So men don't like the fact that you have disease. I mean, not disease, not that you.
I am diseased. I am a disease.
This is what happens when I put these clips out.
Whoa.
What was that?
I like my
You were
women
there.
disease.
No, you weren't there at that
Free.
part.
I like my
Were you at
women
that part?
disease free.
So like being positive is positive for you?
It
No,
sounds-
it was the part. It was the part. It was Guy.
No, it wasn't
I
me.
wasn't
It was
there.
her
Yeah,
and
And
the other girl.
Tanya.
Oh, so
Well, I
you were
was there. Yeah, when they were talking
Of
about
course you were there.
You weren't there.
I
Yeah.
was there. I
Yeah,
saw the
yeah.
clip. I liked it. So I'm like, I'm gonna
I didn't see
share.
it.
No, yeah, you
That's
never
why
see
I
clips.
ended dates. I'm like, I'm diseased.
Sérieusement, Kiki, là, genre,
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
What are
tu
you
fais
gonna do?
exprès.
It's been like,
No,
you know,
pour
months
elle,
now.
non,
We
je
know
sais
she
pas.
Qu'est-ce
knows.
qu'elle fait exprès? I'm
She doesn't listen. She doesn't share. She doesn't do jack shit.
No.
She's just here to complain about my blackness.
selective hearing.
Ah, you mean your lack of blackness, to be fair.
Well, obviously it's a lack. And I don't do
My
jack
different
shit. He
shade
said
of
I don't
black.
do jack shit,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is completely false.
Are you really gonna fall into that? You gonna fall into that? You
Nigga,
know
please.
That's why I put her next
You're
to
on
you.
my
You see?
case, ok? Aujourd'hui, je commence. Je veux pas
C'est le dernier épisode.
Ouais, ben je veux rien savoir de ça. Comme, don't come at me, ok?
Exactly.
Nigga,
I'm throwing hands
please.
today.
Il commence.
Look,
What
she's
the-
ready, bro.
That grin.
Nigga,
Stop it.
please.
Hey.
Rapport.
Ça suffit.
Rapport.
I
I
got
didn't
a
even
ni-
flinch when the other guy said it.
I just got a nigga moment.
You're the only one with it right now.
No, again, that was the last pod
I figured.
when the Palestinian, he used to say, I can't find another word except for this word. And the
So-
word was,
Nigga moment.
I didn't even know that word existed.
Me neither.
No, it's
What
from
does it mean?
Boondocks.
Exactly what he said.
And that's what he says. Like, there's a lot of word that he grew up watching Boondocks.
He
and-
grew up watching Boondocks?
Yeah.
Then he should understand.
But that's what he's like. Sometimes in life, he uses those
Uncle.
words because it's not
Uncle
used-
Ruckus.
Ruckus.
Exactly, because he doesn't know other words to describe.
Ruckus.
Why are you pointing at me?
That's what I was trying to say the other day. But I said Uncle Tom. It's
Oh.
Uncle
Ruckus.
Ruckus.
Now you're making me do another clip?
But you know Uncle Ruckus, though.
Yeah, of course I
Yeah.
do.
Anyways, since
I
then this
I've
is
never
supposed to be a
felt
fun
so
pod,
white.
so far,
It's
this
okay,
shit
me
is
too.
stressing me out.
Apparently.
No.
When are we starting?
We started.
We started
You know how
already.
it is.
No, but every week it's the same thing.
Hey, I did this for many years. Don't come on. I'd be like, are we recording?
What do you think?
Don't worry, it's
You
okay.
never tell us. Why do you...
He always just hits
Don't
record.
ask. I'm just
Trust.
like,
When
The
he
minute you
sits,
see me
So
seated,
Uncle Ruckus,
It's
yeah,
happening.
perfect.
non, mais la minute que tu me vois assis,
Ouais.
c'est fini.
tu sais, j'ai pas de pouvoir pour toucher record.
Okay.
So,
So I don't do jack shit.
Oh,
okay,
Jesus
that's what he
Christ.
said.
who said?
Listen,
Tell me how you
he
really
said
feel.
it. You.
Non, mais Kiki, est-ce que tu sens que tu fais beaucoup?
I could do more.
Don't fall into it, man.
Non, mais c'est...
Don't justify
Today's
yourself.
going to be a good day
That's
to,
it. They're like this.
to resume the year and to see what we should expect for next season.
Okay, next season.
Doing jack shit.
Sedalia, what is it that you do?
What is it that I do not do? That's the right question.
Wait,
How much time do you have?
let me say all this.
I make time.
Mind my business.
I make time.
No, but Jay is the oldest. Well, he's the
Among us.
originator. He is the originator. He's the I'm the Megatron to his Optimus Prime.
This probably give
Oh,
me
you're talking about the OG status?
yeah,
Yeah,
he was here
OG.
since day one.
OG.
Oh, yeah, I know.
5 years in the making.
Yeah, you say it all the
OG,
time.
triple OG.
You're being repetitive.
I'm impressed that he was
Yeah,
able
but-
Really?
to. Yeah.
I think, no, you're consistent.
Very.
It's crazy because it's 5 years.
Yeah.
I've been, what,
heard of
4?
And,
4 years?
Yeah, 4 years in.
4
and
years.
zero galas, zero nothing, zero nomination.
Then you be
He always does
But
this
I
shit.
do understand what he's saying. I'm on his side on this one.
About what?
About the fact that
No
we
nomination.
He's very,
no
he's very
nomination. We'll be
salty
here for
about it.
5
because,
years.
because we're not
seriously.
really known as a black podcast.
No, ça va
But
avoir.
do you
C'est
really
juste-
want to be
But you remember the
These
comments?
stupid
Yeah, but-
nominations, n'importe quoi.
But what does that bring
But well,
me?
we know why since you
But
we
isn't it
heard.
like
On the committee.
they made their own award show?
Yeah,
these
exactly.
people?
Yeah,
So then I
exactly.
can make my own award show.
No, hold on. Before she
Do it!
I'm not
When,
gonna do it.
hold on, let me.
Do it.
I'm gonna. I need to save Sedalia for a second because when she said
Why?
these people, she's not talking about like black people at this point.
Why
She's
are you
talking about.
correcting her. She's
Huh?
gonna correct herself.
No, I had to help her.
But she
because-
wasn't talking about black people.
No, I have
I'm
Jay for
correcting
that.
it.
Yeah.
She's talking about the
Because most
She's
people.
talking
podcast
about the
sphere of
community.
the
Exactly.
show.
She doesn't
She's
because
not talking about the community. She's talking
no.
about
Yeah, because
The-
she
the-
doesn't. She doesn't know that part. That's why.
I just
not
show
here.
up.
You sounded racist for 2 seconds.
What, really?
That's what I mean. That's why I had to
Luckily,
jump in.
Listen, you guys keep calling me a colonizer.
I mean,
But
you
you
Portuguese.
Call
I
my country
mean-
first, right?
You Portuguese.
what do you mean, you guys?
Why do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think?
I missed it.
She's like, well, you colonized our
actually-
country. Which country more? Oh, yeah, we did.
And Trinidad,
Portugal.
both of your countries.
Both of my countries. Portugal
Yeah.
actually were the
They
Why
loved
do
you too,
Why do you
guys.
think Cameroon is named
got
Cameroon?
all the time.
It's because of you guys.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Angola too. That's why they speak your
Angola,
language.
yeah.
Angola, for
But
sure, she
then,
thinks.
but then the English and the Franco came and they kicked you guys out.
No,
so.
we just walked out.
Yeah, that's what you
We're
guys
like
think.
that. We
We're
work
like
really
that.
Got
hard.
lost, so that's what
We
happened.
work really hard.
You
and they're
guys
like,
got
"Eh,
lost,
this
and
is
you
too
couldn't
much.
come back.
Yeah, they don't have
home.
chicken
I
here.
need
We like.
oranges and rats.
That is true. The influence of Portugal is oranges, if you think about it.
Exactly. We just wanted the oranges.
That's it.
That's all.
Do you speak Cameroonian,
There's multiple dialects.
but do you speak at least one?
At least one my mom's side. Actually no.
Wait, what?
Je
Which is it?
baragouine.
Okay,
Oh.
how do you say orange in Cameroonian? What is this
He doesn't know.
I forgot.
dialect?
I forgot.
But it's mostly the fruit, not the color, right? Or is
Yeah,
there a
the fruit.
difference? Okay, because that's why.
I think they
Only,
call it after the
Ici,
fruit.
on dit, oh,
Americans,
orange.
North America is the one that gave it the word oranges
Yeah.
because we're
I-
probably.
The way we say
I literally
in
forgot.
Portuguese is like ça par rapport.
Yeah, because you guys are not going to call it
Laranja.
Portuguese.
Portugal.
See that? Laranja.
Orange.
Laranja.
Yeah, because it's orange.
Yeah.
So from the Latin
naranja.
word, it's the
Laranja.
Greeks and everybody else that messed up.
Yeah, Portugal.
Portugal.
But how would you say it in
Portuguese.
What? Portugal?
orange?
Laranja.
Laranja.
Oh, okay.
Orange.
Laranja.
It's literally the same
Yeah.
because it's Latin language.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Spanish, I'm guessing, same thing.
Naranja.
Spanish.
Spanish? I think
I'm
it's
literally
laranja.
saying the word.
I don't know, man. When you say it, I don't believe
Why do you
it.
say
I know. I'm like, at least
didn't know you
fucking.
spoke-
This is the whole point of last week. Our conversation last time. Listen.
This is gonna be hectic.
Why are you
Wait,
screaming?
what did you say?
Shut up.
Say it in
Anyways,
Spanish.
yeah.
Say, what is it?
Naranja.
Laranja, yeah,
Yeah.
same.
I didn't even hear you.
I
was
literally
there.
learned Spanish.
Okay, so guys, Jason gets triggered when he's not hurt.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm saying the right thing. He's like, how do you say Portuguese in Spanish? Naranja. How do you say Portuguese in... Motherfucker!
Laranja.
I'm part of the problem. I didn't even hear
Okay,
you.
so to my defense, I have 3 other voices before.
Nobody else was talking but me.
Oh.
Nobody heard you.
Yeah, no.
I'm
You
closest to
didn't.
you.
No,
she
For a
didn't hear
second,
you.
I thought you were repeating
I'm
what she was
closest to you
saying.
and I didn't even hear it.
Excuse me.
because-
To my defense, did you hear?
I didn't.
jamais.
Thank you.
I
She's the
didn't even know
closest.
you
What do you want me to do? Give you a cookie for that? Like, shit.
See, triggers.
You want to do a cookie in
Lord.
Portuguese is bolacha.
What is that?
Cookie.
You want a cookie?
You know what I love about Portuguese language is we have like these double meaning words. So bolacha could be a cookie, but it could also be a slap. Like, queres uma bolacha?
I
That
love
shit was-
Portuguese.
Do you?
It sounded like blanche,
The
blasha.
language.
I thought it was some
Bolacha.
black.
Why you? What? What?
Oh yeah,
I love
that-
languages.
I heard you on that one.
That's why I was like, fuck.
Should have headphones
Right,
back.
man. Yes, I love
I
language.
can hear you.
Oh, remember those
I love a
days.
lot. I love all languages.
Do you? What's your
Yeah.
favorite?
I thought I spoke
French.
I'd say, well, I'd say I
is
like
French
Italian.
really your favorite?
Italian?
Yeah.
Oh, I speak Italian.
Yeah, I like Italian.
I don't
How
know
many
to say
languages do you
orange, I don't
speak?
remember.
How many languages do you speak?
English, French, Portuguese, Italian.
You needed
Four?
your fingers to count.
Yeah.
I already had the number. I didn't want to give her
Wow.
that. It
I
was
was like
cheating.
4. I speak a little bit of Spanish, but not enough to do it justice.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't like to say that I speak it.
So first question of the pod,
Ooh, exciting!
because we're very
Yo, your
into,
transition game sucks.
Literally was like,
Next
but you
time,
don't understand why.
Let me let me
You
do
don't
the
understand
transition.
why. So because we're very proud of our backgrounds, our culture, and everything.
Origins.
Yeah, origins exactly.
Sauf que Guy.
Wow.
no, you vilify my pride in my.
No, but you're
But that's
proud
okay.
of
You're still
yours.
proud though.
Yeah, that's it.
We can't take that away from you.
Imperialist.
Makes me even prouder. Hey,
Doom,
that's
doom,
I like
doom,
that.
doom, doom, doom. So the simple question. This is going to be a very long. I had 38 questions. We're really not going to
Sure.
get through all
Okay.
38. So I'm going to start with Jay. Yeah, I'm going to start with Jay.
You always start
so
with me,
everybody
man.
can
You wanna be
focus.
heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
So
you can hear you.
Oh, Sadaya, you. Let's go.
Let's
So
go.
you're proud to Trini.
Yeah, man. To the bone.
Okay. If you could, you can't be Trini anymore.
Fuck you, bro.
What nationality would you want to be? For one day.
Huh?
that hard.
It's a good one. I wouldn't want to be anything else, but if I had to be, because he's not giving me a choice, maybe. Wait, we're like nationality, like any country?
Any country, like you. Let's just say you get a wish, and he's like, "Listen, you have
Good question.
24
Fuck, that's a good
hours to be any other nationality."
Because I don't have a top 2 or 3, right? But what if I could say, can I choose from?
Why are you making this complicated?
No, you asked me first.
One.
You asked me first.
Communicate well. I'm listening.
And I'm communicating. But
One.
I'm trying to communicate
One.
that I can't choose one.
I don't care. Find one.
I'm choosing one from different continents. So
No, that's not. No, that's cheating. That's cheating. Pick one.
But that would be good from every continent.
Yeah, but that's
I know.
not that. That would be everybody's answer.
no.
Yes,
it
pick
couldn't be.
one.
Like your favorite.
24 hours.
I don't have a favorite. I don't
That's
like
your-
none of y'all motherfuckers
It's not even a
outside
question of
Trinity.
being
Fair enough.
favorite. It's a question of you're intrigued on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I
are you
don't
intrigued
have one specifically.
What about a food that you really are like, wow, I love
You
that?
live in
How
Montreal.
about you
You
answer
can
it
eat
first?
that
then?
anywhere. you
Come back to
want.
me. Come back to me.
Okay.
No, you guys might be. You guys might have more.
Guy is probably going white. Go ahead.
Wow.
He's Scandinavian.
And you can stay in the
Fuck that,
Caribbean.
German.
Pardon?
You can stay in the Caribbean.
I know,
Russia.
but
You're going Russian.
No, I'm going probably because of the 2A. I'm probably gonna go Texans.
Oh yeah, a redneck.
so,
wanna be
so
American?
basically
For the
white.
2A.
So you want to be American?
No,
American
a black Texans. Relax.
Would you be like you like in the States? Like you would be an American?
Yeah, but don't
You're
do
American
that.
already.
That would be
Yeah.
American. No,
Yeah, that would be
Pick
American.
a country. Don't go in a state, in
Yeah.
a
Pick
village.
America.
I want to
No,
be from Austin,
We're
Texas.
in
Not
America.
Austin, but
No, go.
Houston, maybe.
We're in America.
or San Antonio, more likely.
Well, we're not in the United States of
No, I
America.
know, but like he's choosing.
No,
the
no.
United
Pick
States.
a country in general. Don't go specific to a village.
Wow. Spacey. No, because I had the United States just because of the 2A. So I say Texan because in New York, the 2A is different than in Texas. That's why, like an open carry type of thing.
Oh, so you just want a gun?
And shoot many
Oh,
guns in the
wow,
one
many guns.
in the same day.
The same day.
Oh, they
I mean,
have
you can go to
places.
Florida too if you
They,
want.
they have places over there where
You
you
can go
can
just to a shooting
You can
range.
get a gun at Walmart.
what over
Facts.
there.
Yeah, facts.
But it's not like that. It's you have to go through the background and stuff like that. It's not just you walk and they give you.
Yeah,
So-
they make you think that's
So
how
what
it goes.
nationality are you going with now?
White.
No,
So-
black American.
Yankee. Southerner.
So okay.
Sedalia, what would you do?
Italian.
Honestly, ever since I was a little girl, I was fascinated by
Japan.
Greek
Greeks?
mythology and
Yeah, I'm big on Greek
everything.
mythology.
I loved everything about it. It fascinated me.
But we're talking
Country.
2025 here, not going back in
But
history.
hold on, you can't do that.
But
'cause-
that's-
Yeah, I'm talking
If you're
today,
telling
one
me
day.
If
and a-
Portuguese,
but I know
didn't
what she's saying. Her
exist,
reason why.
I would jump ship in Greece. It is.
Yeah,
I would.
Ah, so yeah.
because of her
Yeah.
love of mythology and stuff like that.
Just everything. I love the food. I love just how
That's not a
rich
bad one.
the culture is. It's beautiful.
Where'd you get that question?
I don't
worry
know. There's
about it.
something about it that I just was always very attracted.
Yeah, I feel like you wouldn't be too different.
Yeah.
Damn, this man.
No, I've been to Portugal. I've been to Greece. For me, Italian, Greek, Spanish
Yeah,
from the north.
I get it,
And
but-
Portuguese from the north.
Well, we have a lot of similar beliefs.
DNA.
DNA, sure, I guess.
Kiki,
Yeah.
where are we going?
Jesus. I'd stay in Africa. So Nigeria. Yeah.
Okay,
Why are
You
being
know-
like-
I get that.
that's
I
a
get
good
that.
one though.
yeah,
can't.
yeah.
We don't like them.
Yeah,
so
but you, it's normal. You're Cameroonian. It's different.
I can't.
It's your sworn enemy.
Oh,
yeah, the
yeah.
English version of Cameroon. So
I can't.
I have time to think about it.
did you pick that purposely? Just to.
No.
No,
Oh,
not
okay,
even,
good.
Not even.
So Jay,
You could go.
This
no,
guy.
me, it's probably gonna be Japan.
I
or
was gonna say
Korea.
Japan.
Really?
Literally,
For
that
one
was.
day.
That's
Yeah.
what.
Japanese
'Cause
sin?
I wanna-
Ooh la la.
Because I want to understand their
The
culture in
double
the
meaning
purest
of it
form.
was good.
From inside. Like from outside, it's one thing.
Yeah.
But when you're inside, you're born in it. You already have all
Yeah.
the spices combined. I'm really curious. That's probably one of the nations that fascinates me.
Especially the thing that the
If
video that I
only
sent
you
you.
speak Japanese. You don't.
Arigato gozaimashita.
You see that voice? I knew
Yeah,
it.
you
And
got
he
that
said
for
it
that
very
high
angrily
pitch
too,
Yeah,
so it
but
makes
that's
sense.
what it is.
That's what I said. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
Aggravating. Aggravating.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Yeah, it would be probably one of those.
That was the first one that came to mind when you guys asked, but I was telling myself,
But I'm black.
but I
Choose Japan.
I was like trying to choose between Japan and Ghana. Ghana because they're funny as fuck.
Ghana.
I love people from Ghana. They make me laugh,
They
you know,
are
and I love the
funny.
culture. But then Japanese because like, you know, I'm big like on samurai culture, like bro, all these different things, right? So
And the food and all everything else.
True. Beautiful country.
Yes,
Beautiful culture.
amazing.
but
very
just
rich.
not to jack yours, I'll say Ghana.
Yeah, Ghana's good too.
Yeah.
Ghana definitely.
You got problems with them too or just Nigerians?
More like Nigerians than Ghanaians.
What's the problem with Nigerians?
Well, we share the same.
But everybody hates
Border.
Nigerians.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
no, Congolese.
You
too.
gotta hate people.
Let me be hated. That's perfect.
No, but because they're very arrogant and very. But I love them.
You're like, oh yeah,
They're
we're
so
the
funny.
richest.
We're the
biggest.
hottest. We're the richest,
But
smartest.
they
of-
are funny.
No, Ghanaians are funny. Nigerians are
I
just
know,
like-
yes, because I knew a few. They are funny.
Nigerians are very creative though, I would say. Like like in the art
disagree?
space.
Yeah,
No,
right now.
In the art space,
specifically
yeah.
now, yeah.
Not because of the movies and stuff like that. They
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
It makes
Definitely.
sense. But it's just interesting because when you think about these things without, removing race and whatever and being proud of anything, thinking about a different culture, because it's like going traveling, right? If you would be able to travel wherever you want,
Yeah.
you can go there for a month, let's just say to visit and live the culture. Would it still be Nigeria?
Yeah.
Me no.
So it would be a different answer.
Yeah, for sure. But you know that already. Remember, like
But what would it be?
I
then?
talked about like for me, it would be more like from an indigenous standpoint, like an actual like tribe. You know what I mean? Like for me, like Sentinel Island, those places. I love to see like what the fucking life is really like for these people who haven't been untouched, from like society and like just live with them and see what the mentality is like, everything else,
do that too.
But Sentinel Island, they'll kill me the minute I step on it. So
For me, it's like Asia. Weirdly enough, like a couple of countries, that or a couple of islands
they'll see you and they'll be like,
Trump-
Kobe Bryant.
in the islands because
And
you
they'll
can do
touch you.
1 month, like you say, 1 month you can actually do 10 islands around. So
Yeah, me would be or Indonesia or the Philippines if I would have a
Philippines.
month.
Do you let people touch you?
I don't mind.
Like people like,
Oh, no, he
I've
understood.
never touched black skin. Can I,
I
touch?
can care less.
That's
You
what I
wanna
told
touch
you.
my hair?
You already
Go.
knew.
Your hair too, and
Go.
and your children's hair too.
Go.
Anybody could touch your children's hair too.
Does it bother you?
No, I'm asking you.
For me, I don't see
So
any difference.
aggressive, like calme-toi là. Shit.
I'm not aggressive. I'm
Yes,
just
you
asking.
are. Yes, you are.
So he
That wa-
said yes, and he's aggressive.
No, before he said yes.
Okay.
Before he said yes.
I'm just confused.
I see what y'all are doing. I get it. Next question.
I told you, they're fishing, girl.
Next question.
Don't give them
I'm
bait.
innocent in this. I just heard him say yes. It doesn't bother
Next
me.
question.
And then she was like
I just
aggressive.
find
I'm
it-
like, wait.
I find it whatever.
It reminds me of
I'm
that Adam
exotic.
Sandler anger management in the plane. Calm down, sir. But I am
But
calm.
I am calm.
I said calm down.
Next question.
Oh, you're angry. You're the one aggressive here.
Sometimes I wonder if Kiki's trolling him as well. You know
No,
what I mean?
I'm
No,
not.
she is serious.
No, yeah, she has
I
this,
find it fascinating. It's crazy.
So you don't know people like him?
You should go out more often.
No, wait,
I
hold
go
on a
out.
second.
Yeah.
You're
You
one
should
of
say
one,
it a
Gee.
little bit
That's
more.
a beautiful thing.
No, beside my
You're one of one, brother.
the way I talk and the way I
For my experience
Poke.
with Guy, the first time we met, I remember I was very reactive with you. And then I realized that he doesn't have a filter when from
Nope.
his heart to his mouth.
Nope, no filter.
From his ass to his mouth.
No, like the heart.
All the shit he
it's like
says.
it bypasses the heart and then but the heart is good.
Yeah, the heart
with a
is good.
smile.
Yeah.
His
with
heart,
his
he has a good
smile.
heart.
Yeah, he has.
Did you hear that?
I didn't say I like
Non,
you,
parce
bro.
que je suis en train de
Relax.
penser à ce qu'elle vient de dire, puis je suis en train de penser à ce que j'ai déjà eu un patient qui vomissait sa marde.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Thing.
fuck!
Because this is a condition when you
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
Yeah.
it's called
Un reflux.
No.
oh my god, I forgot the medical term.
Because I know you were going to say
C'est un reflux.
It's no,
It's-
no,
But no,
no,
she
no,
said
no.
poop, like actual
No,
shit.
Yeah,
like
it's going the other
actual
way
shit.
Yeah,
around.
because it compacts, right?
Like coming out your mouth?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, this is wild.
I got it.
Really?
And then you have to
Yeah.
For
like,
him or her or whatever.
Yeah, you have to put un drain comme un drain pour le faire suctionner tout.
Yeah, it's quite horrifying.
Un drain
That's like, was
gastrointestinal,
that like an
tu
actual
suctionner.
condition that lasted a long time or was it just a small period of what
Non,
happened?
parce que ça s'appelle une oh mon Dieu.
No, but seriously, like, did it just happen?
My
just
cousin experienced this.
It's
because
temporarily
of,
because they have to fix it.
like
They
he
have
had to
Yeah,
remove
yeah.
part of his
Yeah,
intestine,
exactly.
and then that's
Jesus.
what happens.
You found it?
Exactly.
It compacts.
No, I wasn't looking for that.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
It's quite horrible, and they
This
can
one.
choke on it, so you have to be.
Yeah.
I know. That shit's fucking me up now,
And
but
it's
yeah.
disgusting, eh?
It's
like as a professional, a healthcare professional, I see them
Respect.
actually getting it out, and the smell is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine you literally talking shit.
I had a friend that was and the patient,
Isn't that a shitty situation?
wait, she had an old patient that this was happening. He was literally puking his own shit, and like he would like. He
Why are we
would roll
talking
it
about
into
this
balls.
now?
Oh, it happened.
because she said it.
But we're
she
here
vomit-
now.
It comes from the ass and whatever.
No,
I
I
said
said
from
it.
the
I said
heart.
it.
There's no filter.
Oh yeah, you said the ass
I'm
connected to the
guilty
mouth.
of that.
Oh, trust me,
regret.
I have a filter.
You do?
Yeah,
I
he does.
do.
Of course he does. Don't you guys feel like everybody
It's
has a
called
filter?
une occlusion intestinale.
Merci,
Une
docteur.
occlusion intestinale.
Merci.
Ooh
Yeah,
boy.
Everybody has a filter.
You
Some
know,
of them are just have many more layers
We're very,
than me.
very
You don't have many layers in between.
transparent.
No, but imagine that his
There's a little bit of
layers
holes in
block
your
some
filter.
fucked up non-filtered shit.
If that's that problem,
Exactly.
yep.
Who do you think is the most filtered amongst us?
You. That was too easy. I can even go in order. I can even go in order. You, her,
Yeah.
And
I
then-
might say Kiki
Well,
first.
well,
actually.
then it would
You
have
it
to go
depends.
Jay.
Well,
Yeah, it depends on which subject.
No.
Yeah,
One subject
He
only.
knows me. I'll let him say other than you. You shut the fuck up.
One subject. One subject only for Jay.
Yeah.
So that's one. So 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Yeah,
Sex?
I'll take
And
it.
then
Huh?
I'll go me then
No,
you
no,
because
I'm
No,
unfiltered
you
about
better
a lot
than
of
me for
subjects.
sure. You
But
definitely
I'm
you say
better
one
than
I'm
me.
subject,
not
what do you
filtered
mean?
for sex, though. You know.
well, I'm not gonna talk about it on the pod.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're
I
right.
Am I
No,
right?
yeah.
I'm not
Salute,
filtered
sir.
for sex, right?
What?
I'm not filtered for sex, though.
Even for sex,
No, but you're
filtered.
filtered on other things because of your job and whatever reason.
Yeah,
And again,
yeah,
there's,
for sure, for
sure.
there's good reasons.
No, we understand.
whatever.
Experiences.
I get
Like
lost
I
in
should
it.
be the most filtered here because I
Given-
have businesses, I have kids, and everything.
Given your
My
age.
accountant texted me today.
Given your age, did you hear that shit?
Yes, daddy.
Oh,
But aren't you, as you grow older, you have less filters?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually
But
a real medical
You
thing.
know what it's called? C'est un problème de inhibition
Yeah.
du cerveau.
Yeah, they let it.
As
As you get
Actually,
older,
it's
like
Dr.
my
House
father
up in
has
this
no
bitch.
filter. He says whatever he wants. Okay?
It's legit.
I just started earlier.
So that means because of my
Il y a
age.
une
Imagine you when you're
dépréciation
old.
au niveau du côté inhibiteur du cerveau.
you need that gun.
I have my accountant
level
that
of
texted me. He's
fuck
like,
that I
"Oh, I
won't
heard you had a
give.
You know,
YouTube
you need
channel.
to
What's
go
your
Texas
YouTube channel?"
now.
I didn't even answer.
No, bro.
Are you out of your mind?
I have a lot of people from work who ask me and stuff like that. You know, oh yeah,
So
maybe I
when
should listen.
I
I'm like,
do
no,
it-
because I
when
talk
I-
shit about you when we were there once.
Exactly. So when I said it, he's like, "Oh, you don't share the podcast,
No,
whatever."
wait,
I
wait,
said,
wait.
No, I
every
share
time-
them.
No, he
every
shared
time
them.
somebody asked me,
He
every
shares
time
them.
somebody asked me,
Eh, what-
"Oh, where's?"
Time out.
If not for the same
Time out.
reason.
Not for the same reasons at all.
Okay, but I told you one example. I
No,
didn't
you
tell
said because
I
men
said-
want to know me,
No,
I
and I
said
don't want them
this
to get to know me
example.
through the pod.
I said this example.
They are on my
Even
DMs.
at work,
But
when
that's a
people
bad
ask me,
example.
"What's the podcast?" I don't know. I tell them
That's why I don't talk about sex.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
kids.
So now they
The
came back
kids
down.
I work with, they all found me.
And I like you
okay?
the way you
They
are.
found me on IG. They found me, and one of the students came to me and said, "Oh, I saw your podcast yesterday." I was like, "Huh? Don't listen to what I'm saying, kids."
Absolutely.
But
I really have to.
do you believe they're not gonna
careful with
listen?
what
So
I say.
wait. So why wouldn't you want them to listen?
The kids.
Yes.
The kids, no?
Because they have access to me, and then they could like in a classroom they could be like, you know what a kid told me the other day?
Uh-oh.
I started screaming after him because he didn't do like his homework, whatever, and he started singing, "Kiki, do you love me?"
What does
Because
that
they
have to do
don't
with
know they don't know my name. They don't know that my name is Kiki on the les
But
réseaux.
you're on fucking 27,000
Listen,
followers on
moi
TikTok.
je suis Madame Kim.
Ouais,
je suis
mais
pas Kiki.
Ça, c'est pas le podcast qui a fait ça. Ça, c'est ton
I'm
TikTok.
just saying de tout.
Ok,
je peux
ok,
pas
ok,
juste
non,
dire
non,
le podcast,
non,
je
non.
parle de tout là. Je parle de tout.
The accessibility.
So, c'est pour ça que j'essaie de faire attention à ce que je dis, tu vois.
Yeah.
Non, but fair.
Parce que comme ils peuvent, tu sais comment ils sont fendants ces jeunes-là.
No, I get that part. Like, again, I don't want my kids to listen to the pod, but if they listen to
Yeah.
it, no shame in my game.
So let's say I'm talking about how I give blowjobs, right?
Yes.
And then, oh madame, on a écouté votre podcast, puis à ce qui paraît, vous faites ça comme ça.
tu préfères qu'ils l'apprennent de toi ou du porn?
Non,
Là, je te pose la question.
Wait, hold on. What do you even say?
No, but what?
Why?
Yo,
Why?
no, brother. No.
Why?
But I liked it. I liked it.
Guys, everybody's talking all at
No,
the same
but
time.
the thing is that
Behave.
after that, he's gonna go see his parents. Look what my teacher said.
Oh, no, that I
I
get.
need some water.
Parents.
That I get.
Oh,
I
je
need
vous ai vu
something
sur
stronger.
TikTok. Je vous ai vu sur TikTok.
So why do you do it then? Why do you take the risk?
Because no, it's because before je travaillais pas à l'école avant. I wouldn't care.
So why are you on the pod then and still on TikTok?
Ah, je fais ce que je dis, c'est tout.
Okay, mais tu peux pas filtrer les gens autour de toi.
Non.
So they're gonna be like, oh, the
I
guys.
don't care if you say it. I'm not the one saying
Madame,
it.
le gars là, africain là, avec qui vous vous battez
Uncle
toujours.
Tom.
Uncle Ruckus, Uncle Tom.
Ruckus.
Pourquoi vous dites
Tous les
qu'il est
noms.
blanc?
This I think because I'm an overthinker.
Because he is.
Before joining the pod, like I made that active decision that before I would ever open that door of talking about my sex life and what I do and what I don't do, I wanted to garner some level of respect, especially from men, right? Because I find when you open that door, and it's not out of malice, it's just that's your curiosity. You know what I mean? And men are like, whoop. It's like it opens that door.
But are you in a
wide
relationship?
open. Yes, I am.
So how is it with him? Like, I mean, like, is he like he
He met
accepts
through.
that you
He
say
met her.
it?
He met her
here.
through the pod.
But
It's because of the pod that I met him.
Oh, that's great.
So, but what was your question?
Does he have like does he feel a type of way about you on the pod saying these type of
We
stuff?
had these conversations.
look at the camera, like you talk to him right now.
Look him in his eyes. Look him in his eyes. Baby.
we had these conversations. I think we're on the same page because for me, it's like I'm not going to talk about certain topics out of respect for my partner, and because I would want that for myself as well. Like if my partner was doing a podcast, I wouldn't really
sure.
like that because people's mind go to places, right?
So because of that, you can't talk about past experience, or
I just, but no, that's what I said when I first started the pod. I was single. I still wanted to garner that respect. I still would talk here and there, but not a lot.
You
Just
really
because-
mellow.
The reason why
Very
she's the most
mellow.
filtered.
Yes, and I mean, if you ask me questions, like I'll,
But I think you're looking at it from one
had that
perspective because I
discussion,
feel like
so-
Kiki's more
Yes,
filtered
definitely.
than Sedalia. Like, but
No,
from a
but
different perspective.
she would tell you how she likes her sex.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but it's different type of filters. Like, Sedalia would be more from a sexual standpoint. Kiki may be more from a political
Cultural,
or
yeah,
like
cultural
stuff
and,
like
yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
She's filtered on that, and I still don't know why. I feel like you have a responsibility to be vocal on certain things, and you prefer not to give your opinion.
I mean, she gives her opinions on stuff. But
Certain stuff.
when, yeah.
opinionated.
You're very.
Oh,
but
yes,
yet on
you
the
are.
pod, on specific
I think it
cultural.
comes with time. I'll
Again, yes.
I'll give it takes time. I
When
remember
everybody
I
in your
first
DM's
started-
gonna know the podcast, you'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna share
Well,
it.
you don't give a shit.
Me, I love the fact that she's sick of his shit.
Who?
Kiki, she's sick of his shit. I sit here and I laugh.
So
just
then
started.
I'm gonna ask the next question.
Yes, please.
This is gonna be a funny question, and I'm gonna start with Kiki.
Of course.
So if you could be in somebody's spot here, us five, for 1 week, who would it
Oh,
be?
Lord.
But like you're saying like
Tu prends la vie de la personne.
Oh, la
pendant
vie
une semaine.
complètement.
Yeah,
c'est
full.
définitivement Guy. Définitivement Guy.
Yeah, I understand.
So
I
interested
understand.
what happens in his
You wanted to
mind.
bang a white
I
girl?
understand.
What? I actually would not ever in my
Why- This guy, I
I've got white friends and
don't know. She dated a white guy. Don't let her
Her
see her
long-
confuse
her
you.
longest-
A white police officer, the worst of the
Whoa.
worst.
I'd invent a story for a
Let's
whole
clarify
week.
what kind of white people though. Okay.
No, but like if we get back to his question, I would definitely be in Geek because I want to
Bro.
understand his
Oh.
brain.
The
I
confusion.
want to know.
The confusion.
You would be very disappointed how simple it is.
Oh, very
I just
and
wanna
quiet.
know.
Really?
I'm just.
She
I'm
walk
just
in. Where's the
curious.
furniture?
No, I didn't mean that way.
No, but I meant in the head.
What
You
does
know.
he eat?
Oh, he's very minimalistic.
He eats what his wife cooks for him.
Yeah,
What
very
does she
simple.
cook? Like
Food.
what does she put in his food?
But
No,
I
no,
can
this was
guarantee,
before her. This
I
was
can
before her.
guarantee if you spend 1 week in his shoes,
He got better.
you would love him after
He
that.
was better.
Yeah.
Why?
I
No,
guarantee.
No, he's better now. Sorry,
I still
he got
love
better.
him. I still like.
No,
I mean,
no, no, but you would love him.
Why?
I don't know
I like
about
him
love.
already. so
no,
Like
but
is not love.
you know all this butting
no,
heads and stuff?
I like the way he is. I mean, there's certain things of him.
Yeah.
that
But
I-
you'll understand everything.
Yeah.
It
That's
would
what I
all make
mean.
sense.
All,
They
all
all
makes
make
sense.
sense. I guess so.
I
Jay,
don't-
who would you go for? And why?
I think her, Kiki. Because I don't know when the fuck does she find the time and day like to do
Yeah, yeah.
all these
Yeah,
fucking
busy,
things.
busy bee.
You know what I'm saying? Between like
You'll just go on the committee and nominate Saints and Sinners.
that's the first. That would be my first act. Black Pod Award goes to. I'm just joking. It would be I think it would be Kiki just because like I'm curious to know what the fuck like when the fuck do you have time for everything? Like, how are you a teacher? How are you a fucking nurse? How the fuck do you are like
Volleyball
a
teacher.
Students.
volleyball
coach,
teacher?
coach.
How are you not just the students, but like how are you part of like these
Student.
committees and you have time to fucking
school.
TikTok and a
That's
social media
wild.
person? So I'm like, I need to find out.
I'm tired.
And
of
I fix a few things.
She
You know
needs a
what I mean? Like, you know.
And I'm an ambassador for stuff.
I'd call the white cop. I'd be like, "Look, listen here, motherfucker.
Yeah,
this
come
was a
here.
White
mistake.
cop.
Come get your girl.
fraud.
No. Come get your, come
She
get your girl.
needs you. Come get your girl.
Come get wifey.
get your
Come get
girl.
her back.
Boy, I'm not their girl, okay?
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Well,
What about you, Sin? Who would you want to be for a whole week?
Jeff.
he's looking at Sedalia.
No, Jay, I have a good perspective of
He's gonna
what
pick
to
me,
expect.
I
No, probably.
almost did.
No, but you
were
know
my
us
number
already.
two.
Like,
No, but
No,
that's
you
how
were,
we're going.
you were.
I would probably go
it's
Sedalia.
'Cause I like the
I want to know
Scarlet's.
how it feels to love yourself that much.
That's right.
That's healthy love.
Like, look at him, I'm like, oh, yes.
It's true because you're a person who is devoid of love in that sense, right?
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
love yourself.
I don't know.
He doesn't have self-love.
Please.
How come? No, I find out you like yourself.
You
love
can
yourself.
find all you want.
Settle down.
You guys don't understand him then. You don't.
Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Luckily,
No,
he's
you
here.
do have some respect for yourself.
No, respect.
Okay? If you respect yourself,
I'm a bum. I'm a bum.
How do you get respect myself?
so you therefore you care for yourself.
No, I didn't say no, but
have
we're
some
talking about
respect.
loving yourself the way you love yourself.
How I,
You love yourself like my son loves himself. Every time he's close to
Because he's a
a
Pisces.
mirror.
Hi.
Oh, you're Pisces.
Because he's a
He's
Pisces.
Yes.
skinny.
Yes.
he got
Oh, yeah,
abs now.
Pisces.
Because we love ourselves because
That's true.
everybody else makes it so troublesome to love.
Oh, that's what happens? Okay.
I think
okay.
you guys overdo it.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's all.
Pisces are so dramatic.
Yes.
Yes, that too.
We are so dramatic, but when it comes to like the real shit, we're there for you.
Guy, who are you taking?
He's gonna say
Weirdly
you.
enough-
He's gonna say you.
You or Jay?
Why?
I was about to say.
Weird enough.
I think I know why me.
I don't know why me.
Because you.
You wanted to know how it feels to be black?
No.
Yo, I'm doing this for you, Kiki. Come on.
That one's all right. Damn.
Come on.
Look at you.
Amazing.
He's actually
See,
speechless.
she doesn't find me aggressive anymore.
Best comeback ever.
That was a good
love
one.
it.
That
Oh,
was a
you
good
find
one.
Sin aggressive?
Is it because of my balanced nature?
Oh, well,
No, you're unbalanced.
I really
nature.
am unbalanced.
Your unbalanced nature. You
He gets me.
seems to be.
Unbalanced.
Oh,
he
yeah.
gets me.
He
the black
seems
in
to be
him.
like super smart. He can have super conversations.
Black people are smart
then he can
too.
switch.
And
Oh,
then he's
shit,
going to
bro.
ask, we're going to tell things about racism and what. I'm like, but
Who are you?
you over that. You know, don't go back down there. You're strong enough. Why would you
I
go
like
back?
that.
That's what it
fall
surprises
for
me.
I fell.
She's like, I like that. I'm like,
Sin
I don't.
there.
No, no, it's okay.
But I get what he's
Well,
saying.
Sin, you know, Sin.
Yeah, Captain Crook.
First thing he does.
Hey.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Captain Hook.
Yeah.
He has a crooked penis.
Tentacles.
I get it. Yeah,
Ar,
you told me
ar,
that
ar, ar.
once. Yeah.
Remember? Ar, 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 ar.
Women like
You
the...
still there?
Yeah, remember that?
Gotcha.
I got a hookup.
Am I supposed to
Captain
pick
Hook,
who would
that's
I want
amazing.
to spend 1 week in their life?
Yes,
Oh
Dahlia.
my god.
She's like, myself, because I'm perfect.
I really love my life.
I know. Trust me.
Very simple.
It's really hard.
That's what she said.
Actually, it is. I don't know.
You do.
No, I really don't. It's like
It's just
have
a
the-
week.
You have the choice of 4 people.
It's
Like,
just a week. It's
how,
just
how
a week.
hard is it?
It's not forever.
I can't be you. I'd be exhausted. I can't be you because I'll be exhausted.
You would be.
It would be between you
Us two?
and I'm trying to think.
Go with Guy.
Go with him.
So she just went with the go with Jason.
Go with
He wakes
Jason.
up very early in the morning.
I do wake up early.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
She
now?
does too,
But I wake
yeah.
up early in the morning, and so does he.
Yeah.
They both wake up early in the
You
morning.
wake up early?
Of course.
Fucking early as
He's
fuck.
like already on Instagram. Like,
Yeah.
why are you answering my
He never
messages
answers.
at 6 a.m., bro?
Okay, I see how you.
Wait, I answer that early?
One time, yeah. I was
Okay,
like, oh,
one
shit, he's
time.
awake.
Got-
But you
like,
answer late.
No, he just got home at
But I
that
literally
time.
just told him the only time I go on, like, in terms of answering
early
people is
morning
late.
before to sleep.
No, it's late.
Oh,
It's late.
guys,
It's late.
Is he
Like, I'll
actually
see stuff
late?
early, but I don't usually, like, respond to stuff until, like,
So
later.
just pick and tell me why.
Oh,
Him, because he needs you.
Stop telling
stop
me
it.
what to do.
Stop it. Don't tell her what to do.
He
Choose
needs
Guy.
you.
I might. I need a lot.
He
No,
need,
I think I would pick you.
no,
Yes.
you need
Why?
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I need to know the inner workings a bit more.
Just
Of
ask me a
course.
question, you would have the
No,
answer.
no, no. I
Right,
wanna
that's
see it
true
live.
too. That's the fucked up part.
I wanna see it
He's being
live.
honest.
I want to see it live. I want that nonchalantness that you have.
It's after suffering
I don't even know.
No, I
Oh
get
my
that.
God.
for so long.
What's
Then
suffering?
No, I
No,
get
no.
that.
No.
No,
wait,
no,
wait.
no.
He probably
Kiki.
suffered the most out of us
Kiki.
all.
I'm asking a question.
agree.
That's
He
a
suffered.
legitimate question.
Live?
He is the result.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
happy-gully,
He's
straightforward,
been shit.
is a result of
suffering.
multiple years
Yeah.
of bad luck,
Okay.
being at the wrong place at the wrong time,
Okay.
being too kind, being an idiot, and naive.
All that combined.
And some of the stuff is outside of his control too.
Yeah.
that's
but
what I
it's
said.
part of bad luck.
Unlucky
Yeah.
and being in the wrong
Yeah.
place in the wrong
Right.
time.
So that's why today I'm just like,
like, if I would have
in
went
the
through what
ass
he's
right
been,
now.
probably I would be a serial killer.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Definitely, people would be in bags.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get that. I get that.
So that's what I mean. You have to.
And meals. You get like someone cooking for you, cleaning for you.
Yeah, but to have that, you actually have.
I'm staying in your brain for like a week. Chill. A week vacation.
A little bit of information at a time.
She's like, relax, bro. She's like, I'm not trying to take over your life.
Just 1 week. Just 1
It took
week.
time to get there, though. It
Yeah,
took
yeah.
time to understand that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Actually.
To understand how you work.
Yes.
How long did you stay like alone to like meditate and think about
You
what
meditate?
you need?
Meditate.
Why does
no,
it have
no,
to
he
be
ain't meditate
that?
shit.
That's
No,
such a
it's
white
like
thing to
sometimes-
say.
no,
Wait,
what?
meditate?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Come on, bro.
Sometimes people
I'm
need
an
to be, like,
advocate.
The what?
to be alone and there, you know.
But some
to
people it's
discover
different. Some
themselves.
people do the gym,
Yo, c'est
walk,
quoi ton problème? T'as
travel.
tellement compris ce que j'ai dit, je comprends pas.
Non, moi je comprends pas pourquoi c'est automatiquement. Because I'm, and again, this has nothing to do with you. It's actually because of my feed on social media.
Yeah, but
right
it's
now.
in spite of you.
No, you triggered it, and I'll tell you
Because
why.
I saw it.
Because people now
no.
have this idea that
What?
if you need to heal or to confront situation, it has to be this specific way. You have to go and have therapy. You have to meditate. You have to eat healthy, sleep well.
Non, mais j'ai dit ça comme
But
ça.
I'm
No,
gonna
no, but
say, I'm gonna
that's-
say, correct me if I'm wrong. I kind of figured like it was more of a like, what did you do type question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
what-
but she's like, what did you? What did
Well,
you?
I was giving an
suggestions.
example.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
But
what.
that's why I was like,
That's how I saw it.
No,
that's
yeah.
such like the white people like, oh, you have to juice and you have to.
Yeah, yeah.
find-
What's the word?
Put your hand in your
Those
glass.
white
What's that,
with
Julia
ice
Roberts
could've been
movie?
anything.
Eat, Pray, Love.
Yeah,
what
that's
they-
it.
That's
Eat,
yeah.
pray, love.
It could've-
Yeah,
it could have
bullshit.
been anything. I mean, it was just an example.
But what did you do to actually? So
Yeah, to her point.
I just understood that in life you have stuff that you can control
Shit
and
happens.
stuff that you can't, and all you can
how
do.
long did it take you?
But actually, to get where you wanted
It's a-
a submissive person in your life and like, be
I don't want a
this,
submissive
that.
person.
No, but like,
It
how
sounds
did
like
you
it's
say-
what I want, but it's not what I want.
how
I
did
just
you
want
say-
someone to
Peace.
understand what I'm looking for in a woman. She
Okay.
doesn't need to be submissive. She has her own life and own
But
everything.
for that, you communicated that to you to like, you
Hell
just- you
yeah.
didn't like.
But
like,
after a
deviner.
failed marriage first.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay,
That's also one of the things. It's like
okay.
you when
so you failed, and then now you know what you
Oh,
want.
but people
You live and
fail.
you learn.
Yeah, but sometimes they fail, but they still do the same
You still
mistake.
do the
gotta
same
fail
shit
again.
over
For
and
me,
over.
I step back and I'm like,
I'm one of those.
and I start listening and
Well,
whatever,
you know, sometimes.
questioning and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. And I
know.
realized that I wasn't the only human being going through that. And when you
Right.
take time to listen to the other human being, you like, oh, you just have to understand that this is how it is. It's not about you. She's going to act this way. You just have to be this way, or you have to be frank in the beginning. I'm not going to ask someone else to change. I'm just going to make sure to pick the person that's going to match my way of
the
seeing
way
you
you
this.
see?
are right now wasn't the way you were before.
Hell the
You
fuck
changed.
no.
No, he
But
grew a lot.
that's very wise
yeah,
what
yeah,
you
Do you
said.
find that you evolved?
It's
Yes.
not about evolving. It's about understanding myself. I
No,
don't
no.
It's
It's part of evolution.
Personal-
Because if you learn to understand yourself, you are.
So evolving is not necessarily positive.
Okay,
by the
good.
way. First, you changed. That's
I've
what
changed.
You,
Yes. Changing, yes. And also I realize that I take more time of understanding your other person more.
That's actually a positive.
So like right
evolution.
now we're going to a
He listens better.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
try.
You,
You
were
do.
mu- you must
But
have
you're
been.
trying.
But I'm not talking necessarily
Yes.
with your wife, huh? I'm talking with
Yes.
everyone.
Yeah, in general, yeah.
So y'all
And
knew him when he was married to the other person?
I knew
Yes.
him before that.
Okay.
I wasn't married, but
So
let's say we had a
the
kid.
good. You're actually a good example. Like you can vouch for.
Then
how
I
he is
made
right
I made
now.
some stupid mistakes, but
Okay, so Guy, when I met him, his personality, bubbly personality, is the same.
yeah.
It's the same. He didn't change. His perspective on life, what he's willing to tolerate, what he's willing to accept, and what he's willing to spend time on changed. And that's something a lot of people will learn this as they grow older. Your time is valuable. And what you spend it on will determine how much you regret it later or not.
Yeah.
And he was going through a phase, and everybody went through this in their 20s. Party, having fun, the boys, and this, and that. And then when shit hit the fan, you're like,
Sobers you up a bit.
where's the party at? You know what I mean? So everybody went to like, I got to handle my business and shit like that. And that's some tough love.
Yeah.
Malgré eux, là, disons.
But that's why sometimes I believe like we should bring back bullying.
How did that even happen? How did we go from there to here? You see, that's my problem.
Because
with this
people
motherfucker.
don't suffer like they used to.
You know what I feel like? You know what I feel? You know what I feel
That's
like?
what he
it-
was trying to say, by the
I
way.
don't think it's bullying
he's
you're talking about.
partially right.
Direct.
No, he is.
I find that he's partially
It's just the way he said it.
The way the transition was
Yes,
off.
I understand what he's
We
saying.
need more direct.
No, we all do. We all do.
Kind of, but I didn't
No,
understand.
but bullying, hardship.
Change
We
the
were
feet.
what he's trying to say
It's a
pretty much is
generation of softies, bro.
exactly. We're
Exactly.
protecting too much
Yeah,
the
yeah.
people
Absolutely.
that they are not
100%.
used to being confronted to,
100%.
hardship, rejection,
100%.
failure, and stuff like
100%.
that. Participation fucking medals.
Those medals.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
yep.
Okay.
They're like
They
you
still
get.
have it nowadays
I
since you're
have
coaching.
no idea. I'm too old for this
Wait,
shit.
what?
Participation medals.
They still give those?
They give those? They still give those?
We're asking you.
You already
Yeah,
do
at
tournaments
SAT,
and stuff
they
like
still give
that.
it. Yeah,
I see. Here we go.
they still give it.
No, because I'm in high
thought you were
school.
talking about
They're
something
not going to
else.
give
Okay.
participation
No,
medals
that
in
was
high
it.
school.
No, they give it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So they give
When we were growing
balls.
up, it was first place, second place, third place. That's
it.
Nothing else.
But the second
And if you
place,
weren't
third
first,
place
second
didn't
place-
care.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, if you weren't
exactly.
first, you're last. Like, that's it.
Exactly.
Tell me who has the silver medal in the Olympics.
I don't
please.
know.
Tell me, name me one.
We don't remember.
That motherfucker has it, but whatever.
Tell me one.
Even him, he
Bronze.
doesn't want to
Exactly.
acknowledge that.
Somebody once, who was that comedian? He's like, yo, I got a silver medal. No, you were the first loser.
Shit.
Oh, that's
That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
Nobody,
Like, you're the first loser.
Yeah, it's true.
You almost made it, but you didn't.
But you
Loser.
nobody gives
Well,
any
yeah.
respect to the Utah Jazz. Like
That's true.
oh.
Yeah, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Karl Malone, John Stockton.
Twice, but he won
Stockton,
it with LA
great
after.
players, though.
Yeah,
well,
amazing.
Karl Malone, It's another
That's
story.
my point. So that's what I'm like. Bullying, not because you need to be mean, but also everybody hides in the internet nowadays. So you need to go outside. Like my daughter had an idea to sell lemonade, like have a lemonade stand and go sell it at the park next to her house. I'm like, do it, go. And if you fail, I'll be the first happy.
Oh.
Hell yeah. My daughter, if she fails,
I didn't get it.
How could she fail, though? Did she have, like, high
didn't sell any
expectations?
lemonade.
No, maybe she was like, I want to make $1 million. Yeah, maybe.
Why would you be
But-
the first to be happy that she fails?
It's a free lesson.
lesson.
That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
A lesson that not everything's going to work the first time you
Yeah.
try.
Oh, okay, man.
But how old is your daughter?
5 years old.
Well,
That's why
Start
the whole
young.
time I'm sitting here, I'm like,
That's the only thing
You
with
know that
Gigi.
you're gonna have to do the whole job. Like she won't be doing it by herself.
No.
Mostly with her mother. So
Did she do it?
Well, she's doing it this summer. She wants to
Okay.
do it. And
But it's a
I mean,
cool
you're going to go
project.
buy some,
It
right?
is a cute project.
I will.
Okay.
No, call me.
Yeah,
I'll come in.
call me too.
Call me, I'll
I'm
come
going
in.
to go.
Discipline.
Exactly.
Responsibility.
And like we
'Cause
ask her,
pride
we
is
ask
also
her
a
today,
good
like,
thing
do you know
to
how to
have,
do
you know?
lemonade? She's like, no, I will learn.
Is
I'm
pride
like,
a good
Let's
thing?
see the
No, I mean, like,
personality.
when I say
like
pride,
that.
a sense of accomplishment.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, wrong.
I was like, one of the
Pride,
7 deadly sins.
no.
Interesting.
But sense of accomplishment. like,
Exactly. And then I'm like, the other question was like, what you going to do with the money? And I want her to give some, spend some, and save some. That's it. That's
How much is this lemonade, man?
I don't
Yeah.
care.
Oh
$1.
my God damn.
But you know,
Way back when it was 25 cents to 50 cents.
Nah, I
Right
think
now
I
it's
paid,
a
I paid like
dollar.
$4 once. I pulled over. I saw some
Probably
kids in
a
St.
dollar,
Leonard. I bought
$5.
lemonade.
They
It was,
take like pay.
it was
pay pass and
disgusting.
shit.
No, they had a cup with money, so
Who has money?
I'd give $5.
seriously.
It was like 3 years ago, so not everybody was doing the tap.
like one kid one day called me, he wanted to do my the
lawn?
the gazon. And I'm like, oh shoot, my bad. It's not me, it's a guys. But you know what? I appreciate the fact that you have a hustle, blah blah blah. I had a $10. I gave him a $10.
That's nice.
Because he was going door to door. And for me, it's just like, this is what we need.
I like that hustle. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's a safe hustle.
Yeah.
Right? You do your neighborhood.
Exactly.
They find out who you are. Because before there used to be those guys that give the journal in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't exist anymore.
That doesn't
No.
exist. It's true.
Even,
and that was
uh,
hard work for those people,
Yeah.
man.
Yo, I love
They
that.
would get
thing.
paid by like how many cents by?
Yeah, it
per-
wasn't paid
per-
much. And it was heavy. They used to
And
be
it was like
carrying
a
around
full,
like
you had
in
to
the-
wake up at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
go
you
do
do
that.
the runs. You just throw the
As a
thing.
kid, before school.
Yeah.
True, huh?
Shit.
And now today they're like,
You know they would do that for the Publisac, and I'd go next to my house, and there was like a whole bunch of Publisac, so they just dropped it there.
Yeah.
They didn't actually
For
go
people to come
door
pick it up,
door.
I guess?
They just
They
leave it there.
No, not to pick it up.
Oh.
They just said we got
left
rid of
there,
it,
like,
so
take it.
Oh wow,
Wow.
So
Next
they
level
would get paid
lazy.
for that, but they didn't do the work.
that's fucking fucked up.
Yeah.
It's not everywhere,
everybody
but
cheated.
yeah.
Little
Yeah.
con artists.
what was your first job, Kiki?
I worked at Super C. Yeah.
Oh,
that was
really?
my
Which one?
first job. In Brossard.
Oh yeah, you
On
remember
South
this-
Shore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Your
It was my
parent
first
moved
job.
after.
I was 16. Yeah.
What was your first job?
With my family, I worked at, but I worked in because my whole family worked at Le Chateau. But when I was 14,
The one on the carry?
huh?
The one
Métro
Well,
Namur?
they worked at the main, the main,
Okay.
Main office.
the main office.
on Ferrier in the back.
Yeah,
Of, okay.
I worked at the ferry in the because they
Where?
when you were kids, you were allowed to. When you were 14, they were allowed to have your kids work there. So, but all of us, like cousins, all of us, we worked the warehouse on Ferrier Street. What are you talking about?
Where's Ferrier Street?
That's like right. You know what the
Hippodrome, like,
Gillette
over
is?
there.
Hippodrome.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Métro Namur, next to
Yeah,
Yeah, but
back
not
there.
the one on the Namur,
yeah.
but in the
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hippodrome,
exactly. So
with
yeah.
all the immigrant
Blue
there.
Bonnet.
Oh yeah, bro. Blue Bonnets, yeah. You got an old school name.
No, but yeah, because yeah.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
Daycare.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I
Oh.
started as a volunteer in the summer, and then educator's assistant.
But how old were you?
All 18.
Okay.
Also, your first job.
Damn,
was
you went all the
18?
way to 18.
Oh,
That's so white.
lucky.
Yeah, I'm still white.
Happy work.
No, she's from the West Island. It's not white.
Oh,
West
okay, that
Island.
explains everything.
Yeah,
for
no.
real.
See like it is.
But it's true.
No, they work a Fairview Mall though.
Yeah.
No. Even me, like I have black friends who grew up in the West Island. They didn't work until they were like 18, 19.
Yeah.
West
Yeah.
Island. Yeah.
West Island.
I love the West
That's a whole
Island.
different
Like
vibe.
you
It's true.
people.
It's another world.
You said it right.
his own
What's
bubble.
your first job?
My first official job was stock.
Official job?
Yeah, stock because I worked for my dad before.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh no, my first job was 12, but that lasted a day.
That wasn't a job. That was a trial.
That was immigrant
error.
style. Bro, it was picking strawberries.
Oh, yeah,
You did that.
Picking
We all did that.
strawberries.
I did
That
not.
was the hustle during the summer.
Yes,
I did
I
not
totally
do that.
forgot about that
I
shit.
did that too.
They
Yeah.
took my money
They took my youth.
because they were like, yo, I had to pay for the bus.
Yo,
Because they picked everybody up on the bus.
your basket
They
wasn't
hustled.
full
Yo,
enough.
my basket was not full, bro. I'm like, how do I only have $5 like for a whole fucking day?
You're a very bad employee.
My mom laughed
Yes.
the hell at me that day. Huh?
Did you eat
Not
strawberries?
even. I didn't even like strawberries back then. I like it now though.
Because he knows all the work that's behind it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He appreciates
I
the
respect the
nectar of
work.
the strawberry.
I
But
respect
those
the
people
work.
work hard, bro.
Yo, that was a
They
hustle.
work
Not for the
hard.
week.
Yeah.
No, I was a stock boy at Redmond's.
Reedman's.
Oh,
Redmond's, yeah, the store.
The clothes stores.
the clothing
Actually,
store.
no, Smart Set, but they were owned by Redmond. so
okay.
Smart Set in Place Vertu.
Yes,
Oh,
Smart
Plus
Set.
Vertu.
Oh,
I remember Smart Set.
I remember Smart Set.
So
Yeah,
it
it's like
started
Suzy
the-
Shear stuff
Suzy
like
yeah, I
that.
remember that
Yeah.
store. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was me.
How old were you?
I was in Sec 4, so 16.
15.
Just got in Canada, like, and they're like, "Do you want to work?" I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, man.
I didn't ask questions for me. Like, I'm gonna make money.
Just
Yeah,
offer
okay.
you a job in a retail store. That's great.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we're
It's
talking
really
Energy.
hard to have a job in a retail store back
Energy.
then. Okay.
What about you, Sin? What was your first job?
Energy.
My first job was...
He was 12.
What, in 1800?
I
What
was
did you guys
actually
do?
11. Not 12. 13.
back in the 1800s,
I helped
used
Noah
to drive
do his
the
art.
carriage.
I built Noah's art.
I was the one collecting the animals.
Ladies, that's why he's good with his hands.
That is amazing.
I was the original pirate.
Woodworker.
But actually, it was in wood. That's why I said...
Oh, I was really?
I was packing trucks and delivering wood
Oh, they
to
pallets?
fireplaces.
Yeah, dropping off wood.
Oh,
Shit.
wow.
I mean, that's literally what he said.
Since 1999.
It was,
That-
1993.
Damn. Till infinity.
What?
All right.
Damn.
What?
Kevin Hart.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
That was literally my first job. Then the strawberries came next, and then I worked at a video store.
Me, my first
good.
official
That's the place where you
job.
work the longest, right?
What?
The video store.
No. I worked at 7 different video stores.
I love
Okay, that's what I
Because
always
eventually
do.
they caught me stealing the movies.
What?
One for you, one for me. If you go at my parents' house,
Yeah.
we have a full wall
Yeah.
bigger than this.
Cassettes?
Just cassettes.
Oh, you're just renting them
Yes.
out.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
a
I've
long
never
term.
really-
What year was it? 19.
It was
1856?
1994 all the way to
That was a good year for
2001.
music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the best.
Was it Blockbuster or
eyes.
you did
These were very
Blockbuster,
nice.
Videotron, and
Super Choix,
Nostalgia.
Videotron,
Wow.
Yes.
Blockbuster. I never did Blockbuster.
Video was
and
there,
there was the Super.
Videotron didn't buy Super Choix at a certain point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But the
right?
one was Super Choix was Super Choix.
Oh, because when I got here, it was already Super
Oh, yeah.
Choix Videotron.
Yeah, yeah.
Always had video.
On Côte Vertu.
Always
Yeah,
video.
Or Blockbuster. We had Blockbuster.
Phenomenons there.
I remember my first job that I got on my own. I think we talked about it once, but like
Oh.
I just turned 18. I was looking for like a job like on my street, not far from home. I saw like this that's the warehouse. That's when you walked with your CV. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
yeah, back
yes.
then.
I remember walking in. I'm like, yo, you guys hiring, looking for a job. The lady calls the manager up front. He comes to me. He's like, are you religious? I was like, what the fuck? You know, I'm like, what kind of
What
question? is
answer?
it? Yeah, because I didn't know what it was. It just said KTEL video. That was it in the front, you know?
Oh, I know
He's like,
what
are you
this is.
religious? I'm like,
What is this? The fish fillet of fucking
I'm
video
like,
stores?
hold on. Well, you would.
Well.
I'm
Closed on
like,
Sunday.
look, I'm like, I don't go to church or nothing, you know? And then he's like, walk with me. Takes me to the back.
Walk with me.
It's like a movie.
Walk with
It
me.
was a
this
porn
way.
factory. There was porn everywhere.
You were more than
Oh, thank
18?
God you had
Yeah,
that.
I was just
Just
turned
turned
18.
18.
That's why he's like, you know, are you
Interesting
religious? You know what I mean?
So the good answer was no.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, I just said I don't go to church. That's all I said. Then he said, walk with me.
Good enough. Walk with me.
You know
What
what traumatized
that's
me?
I
some
remember
fucking
how-
Godfather. Walk
No,
with me.
but he was this Italian dude too. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Let me make you an offer. You
Yeah, yeah,
cannot
Tony.
refuse.
You know, he's like,
Walk
walk with me. I
but
said, "Ah."
fuck around, you found out.
But you got to imagine an 18-year-old surrounded by porn. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, is it my birthday?
And then you had to rewind them?
So when I started, I was
Oh,
basically
you have to film them.
that came later because I spent like 10 years, almost 10,
yeah, he was working
almost
in
10
porn.
years at that place.
Oh my gosh.
But I
wow.
started like cleaning. I was like, you know, just kind of go for
Cleaning what exactly?
the place.
She's
It's
stuck
not-
on the porn
it's the
stage.
porn.
yeah, exactly.
He wasn't
They
a
didn't
porn
shoot it.
star.
I
We
was-
went to the same place.
He wasn't a porn star. Relax.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He worked
I-
in porn.
I heard. Okay.
Although there was some stuff that happened at that place a few times. It was fun.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's okay. It
But
was
it's not on
a-
video.
No. Well, some actually is, but
Did you handle props?
No, he was the backup when the guy was tired.
He handled props.
You have an amazing.
that.
Okay.
Oh, but then
Also, that you
my
find
growing
amazing.
up in there was fun.
Resume, huh?
Yeah, I grew like my whole. All those years spent there was fun, and I became the manager of the place.
Okay, so how long did you work there?
10
Ah,
years.
10 years. Yeah.
Okay, so you okay?
Yeah, it was
So
a
was it
very good
mainly
experience.
Porn,
Wait, were you doing both with Tellus at a certain point?
Yep.
Okay, because for me, 10 years
okay,
makes
okay.
like Tellus you were.
Yep, I was doing both at the time.
Oh, wow.
At the same time, I was working there, going to Vanier. I had another, I had another job on the side. Yeah, I was
Immigrant
doing
life.
What
like
year did you go to
immigrant
Vanier?
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
What year did you go to Vanier?
2001.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went later.
You young,
like
relax.
2 years after.
So
no,
I
1 year
went
after.
What was your tasks there?
My, well, my
did you have
first
to
task
do?
there was I did
to make them hard.
clean. I did like video editing. I did video editing, duplication, all that stuff. And back
Oh.
then, I could have told you every fucking
Scene?
not just scene, but every province had their own restrictions on what you were allowed to show.
Oh, that is
So I had
quite
to remove certain
Oh,
things. Yeah,
that's
it was.
amazing.
Yeah, not really. Some
What's amazing about that?
It's
some
tedious.
provinces were very
That
boring.
got you excited?
That's interesting.
Oh,
And me
yeah.
picking up wood wasn't?
But because of this,
After.
I hated porn for a long time. You know, so I'll tell you that.
Hey.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like at first it
You
was
were
exciting.
literally sensitized.
It's really exciting.
you
I
get
mean,
desensitized.
I find that it's an art.
I mean,
What is an art?
What's way of putting it?
Leave me
that's one
alone.
way.
No, I'm just curious.
I'm listening to him.
Editing podcasts is an art too.
Yeah. I've
What is
studied.
something else.
I've studied every
Such a
damn
perv.
form.
Bring her to
I'm
Vancouver.
not a perv.
So the next question is
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
from number 1 to number 5.
Okay, why are we doing
Who's
Why
the
is it
biggest
fifth?
perv
What is
in this
this?
group?
the biggest perv?
Yeah,
I'm going with you
biggest perv. Oh, no, not at all.
because you have to by
would you
definition.
Okay,
Coming from you, I find that blasphemous.
Okay,
You should
can
be
you, can you,
No,
Because I see game.
no. That's blasphemy
Wow,
right
this is a
there.
to-
Did
this
you
is
say
a
blasphemy?
question.
Donne la caractéristique du perv.
exactly.
What?
You
Yeah,
used
that's
to-
true.
used
That's
to-
true.
Trois.
Oh!
Yeah, Yeah.
I got bars
That should be
today.
a clip right
Yo.
there. That should be a clip right
that
there.
one I gotta,
Because
you
people
know.
that know me knows that I'm,
See?
you know.
A nice person.
I could smell it.
Eddie Murphy, I smell it.
Because I was really interested to what he was saying.
No,
Dog.
you were dripping.
Oh,
I was not tripping. I was like, you know what?
I wasn't talking about your mouth.
Have you seen vintage porn?
Yes.
It's amazing.
I'm the king of the golden age.
That's
of
why I
porn.
said
I
you.
love vintage porn.
That's why I said you.
It's amazing
And not
how-
just because of that.
No, but it was for
It's
educational
amazing how they
purposes.
used to do these positions in vintage porn. I mean, they were not soft the angle.
You know
like,
what was my
the-
third hustle in
What?
high school? But you know this.
Oh,
You know this too.
oh,
I'm
what?
trying to remember.
All my basketball team, I would charge them $2
Oh,
to come
yeah.
and
Oh,
watch
yes.
porn at my house
He's
Yes.
a
during
con
lunchtime.
artist.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
$2. I had like those bills, those $2
Look
bills.
at that.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
palette,
Les
Palette.
palettes.
the original red.
The biggest perv.
So what would they do? They were just like sitting down. with
We would have
everybody?
lunch and like educational purposes.
Education.
For
Did
real.
you have
Y'all
lunch
had
offered,
lunch?
or it was them have bring their
you-
own
No,
lunch?
they bring their lunch.
Okay.
I had like pastries because my parents had a coffee shop at that time. So I was like selling the
Nobody
pastries
ate
for
hot
$2.
dogs that
I
day.
was making money.
This guy was making money.
Hustling hard.
Oh, okay.
He never
You were
stopped.
giving
He's
the-
always been. He's
He
always
never
been.
stopped.
Damn right.
You were giving the entertainment
Hustler,
and
hustler.
The food.
food.
Yep.
Because I had like 4 tapes, right? And the idea came from, and again, let me finish the phrase before you react. From my French teacher in high school, because during lunchtime, he would do cinema hour. So during lunch break for 25 cents to 50 cents, you go to the theater room at school and watch 1/4 of a movie. And then out of the whole week, you can finish the movie.
Okay.
So once I found that treasure of porn tapes, I told the guys, yo, you guys want to chill, whatever. I got some porn tapes, blah, blah, blah. So everybody would come through. It would be like 10, 12 at my house.
Porn tapes were yours or your?
Yeah, they weren't mine now.
No, before.
No, they weren't mine.
Who was it?
It doesn't
That
matter.
doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't
Why you
matter.
asking?
Okay, so
I would like to
can
know
ask whatever
afterwards.
I'll tell
question
you
that
after.
I want, okay? And I'm
course.
gonna
She's
continue
very
doing-
interested when we talk
I'm
about porn.
continue
I
doing.
know.
I'm
I've
gonna
never seen
continue
this
doing
side.
it. Leave me alone.
I don't mind it.
Leave
What?
me alone. So okay. So if somebody had $5, they would be entertained and got food, right?
Yes.
For $5.
$5 for
Was a
35
lot of
minutes.
money though.
He's the original cinema
I
d'amour.
understand, yeah. I know $5.
No,
is
no,
a
but
lot.
everybody there was no freaky shit.
Oh,
we
yes.
actually laughed and like,
You ever been there?
no.
Okay.
But like, wouldn't it be weird like watching porn with your friends?
We were 14, 15-year-old kids.
Most
Okay,
guys,
I get it.
honestly,
Well,
I'll
we
be
don't
honest
mind.
with
We
you,
don't mind
It's
it.
not a thing. It's not a problem.
It
It's not a
wasn't
thing.
sexual.
Yeah.
For us, it was like, oh shit, in her butt.
It's not.
Oh damn, deep throat. And you have to understand,
It's
the
true.
tapes- everybody that was there, and I still talk to most
Were
of
you
those guys.
virgins? You think?
I was still super virgin.
Okay.
I wasn't even
He
close.
lost his stuff late.
And I lost my stuff.
19.
And drunk. Fell out of him at 19.
Were you expecting girls to do like, let's say, fellatio the way that?
No.
these
So,
girls
so
would do
what
it?
was cool about it? We had the tapes. The first original movie was with Kay Parker called Taboo.
Hey, Parker. Taboo.
Taboo.
Yo, they made so many series of Taboo.
There
Sorry.
was but the original with the
But Kay
original
Parker,
cast,
you're
there was
right.
3.
Best.
Taboo 1, Taboo 2, Taboo 3. So
Yo, it
the-
was like a movie.
No, it's a movie.
No,
it's
they-
an hour, 20 minutes. There's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
whole story.
It was a movie.
But what was fucked up, there was so many nuances to this movie.
Oh, yes.
Because the golden age of porn was really interesting, where they would have a regular sex scene, a lesbian sex scene, and an orgy in a movie. And they would make it always in the story.
That was the recipe.
That was the recipe, a formula of success.
Okay.
So Kay Parker, pretty much her character is she's divorced.
the mother. Yep.
And she was the stepmom to this other kid
Yep.
that was whatever, this fuck boy in the 80s, 90s, and whatever.
It was 80s. It was 80s. Yeah.
Like everybody had a bush. They were all fucking hot, all natural. It was very fascinating. Anyway, they were all like these young kids, but they looked old, but they were supposed
you
to
know,
be.
like how the movies were back
Yeah.
then. People were in high school, but they looked like 30.
Exactly.
Yes,
the old
right?
school.
Exactly.
But what was crazy was her son-in-law was always trying to say, "Oh, you're really hot and everything," and she's like, "I can't be doing this. This is so wrong." That's why it's called taboo.
Taboo.
And one night she goes to this orgy and she didn't want to join. She's like, "No, I'm not this type of pervert." By movie 2 or 3, she's a hoe. But anyway, but anyway, so one night she wakes up. She was having a wet dream, and she walks through the hallway, and her son-in-law is just laying naked.
Stepson, yeah.
Yeah, stepson. So, laying naked in his bed. It's a single bed. He's a grown-ass man with a cross on top. But wait, look at the punchline. So she decides just to go and give him head. First thing he says when he wakes up, Jesus Christ. I was like, that's cinema.
Of course you would.
Cinema. It was amazing. The cross on top of the bed. He's getting head from somebody he's not supposed to. And the first words that come out of his
Taboo.
mouth is Jesus Christ. I was like, holy shit, that is so taboo in so many
I
layers.
love it.
So we
And
would
back
laugh.
then, Christianity was
Yeah.
still strong.
Yeah,
and-
No,
And
it
we
was
would
strong.
watch
It
this
was
together. We're like, oh, rewind that shit,
Who
rewind
would you
that
say
shit.
is your
I mean,
favorite
I wasn't
old
rewinding
school-
it for that, but
Who would you say is your favorite old school porn actress?
It has to be Kay Parker. Kay Parker pretty much introduced
So her name
me.
is Kay Parker.
That the name of the actress, yeah.
Yeah.
She's not even pretty.
very simple,
Big
beautiful lady
titties.
though. I find
No, yeah,
from
but,
from
I like
a, from a
Sarah Young.
natural.
Do you know Sarah Young?
Of course,
She got the big,
yes.
but her was
Love
natural.
Black
I
men. She
li-
love black men. Oh my god.
Why do you know these things?
Because I love vintage porn.
So
I
can
just
we
said
agree
it.
she's the number one perv
Why?
here?
I will.
Yeah.
I
We
will
don't even need
nominate.
to have other
I will
answers
nominate
here.
Kiki.
Who goes second?
Why?
Yeah, that would be logical. Would you agree?
I wouldn't say I'm
Well,
a
I
perv.
mean, out of respect for Kiki, I don't know her very well. So
Okay.
my list would be Jay,
Why?
Sin, you,
Jason,
and
get
I'd be
it.
the last.
Definitely. But
No,
I feel
would
like
put you
Guy's like an
before him.
undercover perv.
Really?
Yeah.
I put you second.
Really?
As you said, I was first.
lost you,
I
did
put
you?
you second.
No, Jason beats me.
So cute.
I'm a little problematic.
I like that. It's not problematic.
No, you guys are
You're right.
pervs. I'm just
why
a
not?
hard worker.
He's like he.
Why am I?
you're a woodworker.
no one is a demon.
Why am I?
That's your new nickname, Woody Woodpecker. Take it easy.
Woodworker.
No one is a deviant for liking sex.
Oh my god.
You
Was
know?
that
No, but
Sedalia?
okay, so I'll ask you a simple question just
Yeah.
to see how your level.
Yeah.
What would be the most humane or rational amount of sex you could have in a week with your partner in a happy
That
relationship?
doesn't make you a perv, by the
Two
way.
times a
Wait,
day.
2 times a day.
Yeah.
Times a day.
Right.
Or
girl.
1 time a day. The minimum.
Sedalia's like, I'm tired.
No.
Yeah.
He already know.
I get it. No. I understood.
The thing is that it could be like quickies and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But every
Answer.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
2
yeah,
quickies
yeah,
a day
yeah.
or
No,
a
but
long one.
Guy's already tired just thinking about this. He's like, this is not practical.
I'm tired.
Because the thing is that it's not
I gotta work.
necessarily penetration, you know. It could be like me giving head or
Time
whatever.
No.
consuming.
Yeah, we get it.
I'm consuming.
What? How is that time consuming?
What's time
Oh,
consuming?
shit.
Giving head?
No, all that.
It's a
Dalia,
job.
I've never heard that phrase put in such a vanilla way. Time consuming giving head? No. It wasn't even sexy.
I would,
That's a good one.
It's my.
I like you using that.
see, I wouldn't say it wasn't. It wasn't vanilla. I would say it was a very adult. It was very adult-like.
Wow, she could have
There's a
used
reason why
fellation.
it's called a
Fellatio, it's
blowjob
true.
because it is a job.
I'm like fellatio.
Yeah.
But it's not a blowjob.
it's a job.
It's a blue
It's
fun.
a job.
I saw where you were going with it. Don't worry.
You can love your job. You can love your job,
But you're not
it's a
getting paid
job.
for
You
it.
got a lot of stuff going on.
But you're not getting paid for it.
Wait,
Nah.
when you're in
But
a
where were you going with the
relationship, you
whole
don't have to-
thing? I know you were going somewhere.
No, he just wanted to be like, for me, it's like 3 times a week.
No,
and,
because I knew she was
I
going to
think
give me
that's
a...
3 times a week is good.
That's an
Three times
acceptable-
a week.
Yeah, but it's sometimes
No,
I,
but once a
sometimes I
day,
don't.
twice a day is better.
Yeah, for me.
For her, yeah.
What about what you? What is
Six.
acceptable?
Every
In
week.
the shower.
What? I see what you. I
Every
know.
other
He's
week.
a saint 1 week.
It's because I have the
sinner
kids.
the-
one
Because the
week.
kids. Because of the
Oh, yeah, I get it. Okay.
responsibilities.
But
Responsibilities.
if I didn't have the kids,
It'd be what?
be interesting.
Oh, okay.
No, probably,
Now
ideally.
it's vanilla.
No, so
Yeah,
again, there's a
exactly.
difference. Like, probably 5 times a week.
5 times.
You
a
think
week.
that's
Okay.
acceptable?
So? Like,
Yeah.
you're taking
Even
on
with your
you-
schedule, which, let's say, okay, no, you
If
don't
she's,
have
living,
it.
if she's living with me, yeah, for sure, it's in my schedule. It's between my tea and my coffee.
Of course. I love it.
And before, and right after brushing my teeth.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
better. The more sex, the better.
No,
I find that
wait.
people-
But too much sex becomes
I find that
a chore.
People are happier when they
Yeah.
have sex. Okay.
No, I'm happy when I get head.
I'm really happy when I have sex.
No, when I get head.
When I
And I'm
sleep.
happy when she enjoys it.
Okay, I'm happy when I give head and I don't even have to receive it. Okay.
That's it. That's, you see, you're going to make a very happy man.
Okay. I hope to get one soon.
Because 3
Okay?
times a week, he's going to do the effort to please you.
Oh,
Perfect.
Yeah.
you'll do it
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
You're
at that
listening.
point.
Wasn't it to you
Every
that I
day.
sent the video?
Which one?
The girl that said she, every time, like, if you want to have a happy
Yes,
man, you have to
yes.
make him come.
And I said lock her up.
Lock her
I
up.
said lock her up. You know why I said lock? You asked me why. It's because I was in a situation like that, right? With a girl that was, and this is during the time when I was working also at the porn.
Wait, how many times per
Well, hold on. I'll tell you what's healthy, and I'll tell you what.
He has to ease you into it.
Yeah.
So there's a
Because
mathematical equation.
I've been in a problematic.
It's Jason.
I've been in a problematic situation where.
So you've
like,
done both.
It was 3 times a day because when I worked at the
Oh,
place at the
Mamma
porn
mia.
factory, we lived together, right? And she worked from home at that time.
So 3 times a day. How long did that last?
Literally in the morning,
Yeah,
right
but how
before
long
going
did
to
that-
work, I used to have to go home for lunch. Like I'd go home to eat because it was literally down the block. So when I was home
had
for
to be
lunch,
really skinny
and then
then, huh?
at night I was super skinny.
Yeah.
I was super
All
skinny.
that workout,
super
yeah.
skinny.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But how long did that last?
So
Wait,
initially,
did you enjoy it?
sorry,
Did you enjoy it?
in the beginning it was
Yeah, but you were young.
in the beginning it was
Yeah,
fun.
when I was young, I could have
but
went
like
to,
after I would
That's
say,
what now.
But who
Today I'm
needed
like 3
more?
because I'm
It's
40.
her.
Okay, I get it.
like but
I need to sleep.
by nature I'm sexual.
Yeah, yeah.
But she's a Virgo. I knew you were gonna like that.
Are you a Virgo?
I did it for you. I did it for 2 reasons. I did it for you.
shots fired.
I did it for you and I did it for her. I had 2 birds, 1 stone.
Virgos for the win.
But
Those
like
are kinky.
Yeah.
yeah,
Saying.
she was.
I don't even know what. month
That's
that
why
is,
when
but
you
it's
said it wasn't vanilla at
September,
all. Like in a sense, it was
October.
always something different.
Really?
Yeah.
Always,
Like towards the end of
adventurous to
September,
that
early
point.
October.
But it's not sustainable. Like I lasted like that for like about 2 years almost. Right?
2
Oh, man,
years.
2
Yeah, yeah.
years.
Damn.
Whoa.
But then,
drained.
but the thing is, I realized for her,
2 years.
yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't.
And you took a sabbatical after that.
I took a long sabbatical
Did it
after that.
hurt?
How
Huh?
long? How long?
It's
3 times
sensitivity,
a
no?
day.
No, 3 times a day is very sustainable, but
For
at one point
the
it becomes
period.
a chore.
Sure.
It
There's
was,
no
and
form.
that's literally it became a chore for me after I would say 6 months. It
Yeah,
became
that
a
would
chore.
make sense to me.
It became a chore, and like
She's not a nympho because that's the man version. What is it called?
I called her that.
Yeah.
yeah,
you
but
know?
it's not. There's a different.
But you're
word
right.
for
I
women.
think there's something else.
Yeah. Nympho
But-
is men.
I think it also came from a place of where she didn't feel always
Appreciate it.
like comfortable,
Love.
or she felt like I would leave
Because
because
what
you know,
type
like
of,
I felt like that. But although I know she enjoyed sex a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time
Is
I
it
felt like it
because
came from
the
a different
job
place.
that you was like because of your job, the fact that you were having access to all those
You know what? She
beautiful
did.
women.
We got into fights because of that, though. I'm not gonna lie. We did
She was
get
insecure because
Huh?
of all that.
She got into fights because of where I worked, for sure, 100%, 100%.
but you were
Did you
there,
guys
but-
communicate
I
or
think
just
that
have
she thought
sex?
No. She was actually one of the people that I communicate the best with in terms of like my relationships.
Okay.
Did she tell you like if you're satisfied at home, you wouldn't?
I wouldn't want to work there.
Oh,
To look for it elsewhere.
like cheat on you.
She never said that, but he
That
sent a
has
video
nothing
that
to
kind
do
of
with
triggered that
being
in me.
satisfied.
Like he sent a video this week where this girl was like, basically before she goes to work, she gives her man head. No,
Yeah, but she wasn't talking about sex. She was just giving head.
basically she talks about emptying his balls.
Emptying his
like
balls
3
so that
times.
way
Was it 3 times
it
or
was
4
three
times?
3 times a day.
Yeah, something like
my
that.
goodness.
And that's why I told him lock her up. You know, I said it in a joking way.
But that I wouldn't mind. I
But-
don't. Would you
But
have a
that would
problem
never-
getting head 4 times a day?
It depends at what time. Man.
I
No, but in your
I definitely
breaks,
could get it 4 times a day.
I can have it
I had it.
every hour if you want.
But okay, maybe
It's a stress reliever.
I get it.
Yeah.
What's the difference between that and doing sports?
But you know
Okay,
the crazy
wait,
part
wait,
is
wait, wait,
continuing
but-
afterwards.
It's
That's
not
mean.
What?
sensitive.
Continuing afterwards
I
is mean.
feel guilty because I would only be the one receiving. That's the
Right.
only reason why I,
I
wouldn't
have
accept
yet to
it.
find a man that would like have 2-3 times a head a day.
Without giving you anything.
No, receiving.
Oh,
I've
no.
met men
Oh,
that
no.
one time
And they're good?
a sexual experience. No. Just one time sexual experience, that's it. They're done for the day.
No, because I can promise
Nobody-
you that
I-
those guys feel guilty because they're like, okay, I have to please her now. And that demands a lot of energy.
I've been saying that I don't need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but it's,
No,
I know a lot of people that say it too, but I still feel guilty.
my ex is like that. Like
give
she
me
literally
penetration, I
like
mean.
she can because that was having sex 3 times a day. It wasn't also at the same time. Sometimes she just give me head the same day, like 2 times in a day.
Okay.
So and she doesn't want. But the thing is, she didn't really care for stuff in return. But I'm a
Yeah.
giver. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? So like, but I understand your point. Sometimes I feel guilty, but it's like hers. Like no, I'm good. I was like sometimes it felt like it was orgasmic for her to give head.
Yeah, but
You know what I
I
mean?
met, luckily,
Which
a couple.
is crazy.
But for me, I'm like, I have to return the favor.
do.
And then I'm like, but this demands a whole.
But I have a question
you're gonna say
for
yeah.
the men that you guys know, not you guys.
Yeah.
Will that stop a man from going outside?
But then that's
what
another
you
level.
think.
No.
But me, that has
That's
nothing
what
to
you
do. But me,
think.
it has nothing to do
No.
with the head or
Yeah.
anything.
That's my point.
For me, it's just the
Must be something else.
diversification.
That's my
of-
point. But the one thing, like, because I'm gonna empty your balls, I
that's
know
why
you're not gonna go do anything. Yeah.
No, for me, firsthand. I mean, my ex, he cheated on me regardless, even if
Exactly.
I would.
Yeah, that
empty
doesn't
his
So you have
balls.
nothing
No,
to
but
do.
if I come 4 times a day with her, it's going to be hard for me to go and see elsewhere, to be extremely honest there.
That's-
Well,
where,
I understand.
Where
the
am I
logic,
going to
yeah,
find
yeah.
the time and energy?
Yeah.
But if there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, but that's purposely going.
That,
for
of
it.
course, but
Yeah,
that's the point. It is, but to go back to just to finish what I was saying, that was an acceptable number for me. I would say 3 to 4 times a week,
a week.
including it includes the weekends, or we're talking about
Yeah,
just-
7
yeah.
days.
Okay,
There's no weekdays, there's like-
Oh, so
4 to 5, 4 to 5.
Because the thing is, at
I
one point when it
suck.
becomes too much, that's the purpose. You're supposed to suck.
No, I suck at this.
It's
good.
But not everybody wants this.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
But I wish I could find a guy that has my sex drive. Honestly,
It's-
I've never met somebody that has my.
I remember I said
And
that.
has your sex drive lessened as you get older?
No,
Or it's gotten higher?
More.
I feel
higher,
I feel like
higher.
women it decreases as they
Oh
get
my
older.
God.
No,
Until they reach
actually,
a certain
it
age.
spikes at 40. Actually, is women's.
I guess it
spikes in
it
the
becomes
When it goes
different.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Now
all
they
of a
wanna
sudden it
cheat.
drops Again, when
40
it
to
comes
what?
to menopause.
40 to
No,
what?
no, it
Wait,
just
would she-
changes. Now they want to cheat. That's the thing.
Did
No,
you
menopause,
ex touch
menopause.
yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. En plus, Mike.
Yeah.
When
I
I'm
mean,
Four
why
times-
do I would that's how I would be getting videos like when I'm at work.
Oh, wow,
You know, so
damn.
yeah.
Yo, she
But
kept
4
you
times a day, I
entertained.
don't have time for that shit.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh,
Like even my balls wouldn't be able to.
No,
Okay,
the
doesn't make
energy.
sense.
and the
Like-
sensitivity.
Doesn't
and-
make
Yeah.
sense.
Okay, what
It's
was
the
Yeah.
sensitivity part.
That's what
is the
I'm saying.
worst.
I'm like, for men,
As a man,
sensitivity-
You're literally coming out with dust.
No, but as a man, what was the most amount of times you came in one day?
Oh.
Say that again.
Coming.
Orgasm versus orgasm.
No, not orgasm, coming. Because orgasms and coming are two
No, I
different
know.
things.
That's what I'm saying.
I
You're
think
talking
I think
about-
my
How
I
many
think
times did you
my
ejaculate
number,
in one
Oh,
day?
okay.
My number my max number was 8.
Holy
in one
shit.
day?
You're
Yeah.
a champion.
No, but
Mamma
there's some that
mia.
can like ejaculate like 3 to 4 times while.
No,
having
but that
sex.
was
3 or 4 times while in the same seance?
Yeah.
Look, I needed
My
water.
ex did it 10 times. 10 times in one
With
seance.
breaks.
No, he would come, continue, come, continue,
Oh.
come, continue, come,
What a
continue,
lucky
come,
man.
continue.
10
10 times.
I mean, that
Even
is
more than
possible.
10 times. Even more than 10 times.
But I don't know about 10. Like
Yeah,
I mean,
Mon Dieu.
I've heard that.
I think
What's
God.
what's the ma-
4 or 5? I don't know.
that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean after 4.
Yeah, after 4, I'm like.
After 3 usually.
Bro, but the 8 was one time, bro. It wasn't like a
No,
but like
but
3
it has nothing
times
to do with
breaks
it.
and everything?
I can have sex 20 times in a day.
No, but like breaks and everything.
with
yeah,
breaks.
yeah, the whole shebang.
But the 3 times, what are you talking about? Like
Okay,
coming
so,
3
so
times.
let me
and then-
recoup. Let me. I
Yeah,
can have
and
sex.
then 24.
I can have sex for 12 hours.
You're a
if you want,
marathon
no
like
problem. Yeah, I've done already 11 hours.
Yeah.
But coming after the second time, my balls are closed
Okay,
usually.
yeah, I get it. But the thing is that with him, he came like
He's
he
a
would-
nerve gun.
He was coming. He was staying hard. So
Yeah, staying hard is
But
one
that's
thing.
what happened.
But coming, that means your balls are working overtime.
Damn.
Yeah.
but yeah, like you can
You're
have
drained.
like
Now,
3,
for me, I
4
think
times.
that time when I
What?
did 4 times was 2 girls.
Have you've
Like-
never seen something?
Oh,
like
yes,
I
four
went
times
once, she
in
wanted
one
twice,
seance?
and I
Oh,
went to
okay.
see another one, and she wanted twice.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Even
The
in
maximum
porn,
right
I
way.
came in one seance is twice.
You can see it in porns like fucking 4 or 5
But
cream
porn-
pies
but
in
porn-
one.
It's
in
but-
one.
Yeah, don't-
Porn
not-
is not.
I know. I know.
It's
they
a bit of a
lie.
delusion,
Terrible
yeah.
I get it.
reference.
I get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even real cum.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I've-
What do they
I've
use?
never
White.
thought about that.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah, sometimes it's not.
It's too fucking white.
Okay. Yeah.
How do they do
Vivid
that?
white.
Yeah.
How many
yeah.
times?
4.
No, per week. No, you like to have
Oh, per
like,
week,
for
per week.
sex. how
No,
many
him he
times?
said last time was 3 times.
3 times.
Well,
He said 2-3, right?
2-3.
Yeah.
A
per week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays 2-3.
That's good. That's
But
a good
that's
number.
healthy.
Yeah, but that's
And sometimes it's 0, and not because
And
she
that's
doesn't
okay.
want.
That's
It's
okay.
just for me. After my long
Y'all are
days, I'm just
exhausted.
like,
Sometimes,
yeah.
yeah, when
Gave
you're
birth
tired.
to,
no, but that's
so-
something
And
you.
Sedalia, you didn't answer. Well, what's acceptable?
Oh wow, she didn't answer. That's
Yeah, she tried.
She's
like,
good at this.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
good one.
Good. Okay.
Good.
It's not
Acceptable.
complicated. 3 to 4 times a week
Okay.
is good. But I also believe like
Naughty.
no, but
blushing.
I remember I don't blush.
Sorry.
But I do believe that when your partner asks, I try not to say no.
Oh, that's
He
good.
asks.
No, like if you're like, oh, you wanna,
Initiate,
you wanna
initiate.
cookie or whatever. If a partner would ask, I would not.
Why are you making that
say
face? What's
no.
happening?
I try not. to
You
say no.
ask
No, I don't ask. I do.
to your partner, now not to strangers, you must ask permission.
No, I'm not saying it has to be verbally. It could be physically asked. You
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
get
Grab
what's
it
going
Physically,
on.
You already
I
know
hope
what's
so.
going
But
on.
you can, sometimes
No,
you can
but
be
Sin,
like, no,
I
but
do
try not
understand
to
because
say
like
no.
I have been in like relationships where it's been like, you know, I have to be like the kind of
Initiator.
like initiator.
Initiator.
You know what I mean? So that's
But that's the thing.
Initiating
you would
is
grab the
what?
ass and then things would
Touching.
happen.
yeah.
Just
yeah,
pull
yeah.
Okay, well,
pull
that's
down your
okay.
pants.
Well, no, like, or like, you know, in the sense of, yo,
Read the room.
it's been like a couple of days, we haven't done anything. Like, you
Yeah.
know, shit, am I getting some tonight? You know, like, kind of ask, am I getting
I
some
don't
tonight?
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff.
Oh shit! I
I,
never,
Because,
I
you
never
know,
had
it's
that.
as a dude, you don't want to have
But
to
it's
be there,
actually
but
a-
I've
Yeah.
been there.
It's quite
I was lucky
detrimental,
enough.
actually,
I'm a man.
psychology-wise. You know,
yeah,
when your
but
partner
it's
keeps
okay.
asking, especially for men, when a man
Keeps asking, like he's begging.
No, like if they ask, it's like,
Please.
oh, you know, or they're just initiating.
What
and
are you
then
up to
they get
tonight?
turned down, and then they get turned down. It actually affects them emotionally more than it would affect
course.
a woman.
Duh.
Right?
Of
So
course.
it's like sometimes it's
That's
like,
why we say the Viagra for men,
Yeah.
for women, it's aspirin or Tylenol, because you would have headaches.
I don't know about no headaches.
and if
It's
you
good
wa-
for headache sex. By
And
the way.
actually,
That's true.
I don't know
Yep.
where I read this.
I use that one.
It is.
I did too.
But no, I never, and I was in.
Now I'm
very
like,
long
give me
relationships.
that.
It's called c'est pour truquer le système nerveux en fait.
To what?
So like you're getting pleasures like these endorphins and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's
For
what
women?
alleviates.
Yeah,
but I
it's-
know a lot of guys that were in the same situation where they actually had to be like, "Yo, it's been a minute." You know, like I have guys that I know that like flat out said, "Yo,
In relationships.
yeah," in relationship that said like, "Yo, what the fuck, man? It's been like, you know, like
But this.
But does that
changed.
mean they tried and they're like, not tonight, I'm tired, and
they've gotten the
giving
not
excuses,
tonight,
yeah.
they've gotten
But
the you know,
that's another thing.
I'd
Actually,
be, I'd be outside.
Huh?
I'd be outside.
and that's the thing.
Oh, okay. No, but I'm just saying, like
He's meaning
psychology
cheating.
against. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Like psychology again. If you are gonna say no to your partner,
Yeah.
again, we're hinting at the for men. You have to give a reason to like you say like no, not today, but maybe tomorrow. Like you kind of.
But I got a friend that got that. Like you used to really get
Well,
maybe tomorrow,
it's-
maybe
it's
tomorrow,
not
but it was
like a
always
flat
maybe
out
tomorrow.
no.
Maybe.
No, but
I know,
maybe
right?
tomorrow.
Well,
but
not
I'm not
maybe,
in the
but
mood
tomorrow, but tomorrow
tomorrow.
would come, nothing
now.
You give her a solid reason, and then it's like promise for a
Obviously,
better
she
time.
would feel a type of way. I'd feel a type of way like, wait, I'm not sexy enough for you.
Yeah, like that.
I don't understand.
Well, that's why the communication is important. Where
Yeah,
you're
It's
like,
true.
oh, you know, like today, like I had a really long day. Like
And you really do have to get someone that matches your
Yeah,
your
exactly.
You
energy.
definitely, it's very important.
I mean-
absolutely.
Because if you're both people that like are tranquille, you know what I mean? Then it'll be tranquille.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I need for my the next guy that comes into my life that has my sex drive because it won't work.
Because even me,
Oh.
before 5'11", I met one. She was just like too much. I'm like, yo, no, I gotta go to bed. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
sometimes
not
it's
about,
like
I'm not
that. You
about
gotta
that
meet your
life. Like,
medium,
you
yeah.
want me to wake me at 3
And,
a.m. I wake up.
you were always like that, right? From
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
There you
always.
go. Yeah, exactly.
I
So-
never changed. I was never the let me go. Yeah, of course, I've been out or whatever.
Always, bro.
You had those opportunities.
Yeah,
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 not
and
about
that's
that.
why today, nowadays, I'm just trying to channel that instead of using it for sex, I'm trying to use it like for the business and do like uplift my life and my kids and stuff like
Which
that.
is
That's it.
two complete things. Completely.
No, because
meant
there's,
like the energy
there's
part.
men.
But they're outlets. That's what
Because for men, honestly speaking, like we burn a lot of energy when it comes to sex. Like
Yep.
we're like, you
No, I
know,
understand that. I would never, comme je l'enlève pas là du tout. Là.
yeah, no, but meaning what he's saying, I understand what he's saying is like he'd rather take that focus and that energy that he would be like
but
putting in
how
there.
much is receiving? Like, would you like be tired of just receiving?
I'm gonna be guilty because I have to do
Okay.
something.
Well, not if
But won't you be
not
like,
every time, but not
Even
every
if you
time.
do
Not
Yeah.
every time, not on
but
every day,
receiving,
whatever.
Ça te stimule pas?
But what if she's like, no, it's okay, I
Stimule
don't
quoi?
need anything.
To do something afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. You fall in that trap once or twice. But at one point, if you're doing it 3 times a day,
Non, mais pas trois.
yeah, you can.
no, but meaning that, especially in my case, I realize that it goes through my mood. If I feel horny,
For sure.
I just find a way to be pleased and satisfied, whatever.
right.
But there's some nights I just want to come.
Okay.
I don't want to go through a seance of 30 minutes,
I get it.
Yeah, man, you gotta
work
get the
out,
job
and
done.
go in and go out. And at one point, I was watching this Jim Jeffries stand up, and I understood what he was trying to say. He was telling these women on the stand up comedy, and he was saying, it's not my responsibility, fully my responsibility, to please you. You're responsible in your pleasure while I'm pleasuring myself, pleasuring you. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like-
that's
No, it doesn't make
yeah, I
sense.
was like, shit.
But I do believe that.
that's
I don't get
yeah, that's
Break it down. Break it down.
Well, it's like
You
your
didn't get it?
partner's sexual appetite is not your responsibility.
Okay.
But if
No,
I'm having
you're
sex with
coming.
you, me having sex with you, I'm focusing on
My
my
goal
pleasure.
is to come.
Yeah.
Literally
You have
saying.
to focus on your pleasure.
Yeah.
Because there's certain women's like, oh, on call, because you guys can go multiple times.
Yeah.
Me, the
Yeah.
minute I come,
It's over for you for a
it
while.
actually shouldn't be called come. It should be called gone. 'Cause after that, I'm
You
gone.
can roll. You roll out. You roll aside.
The minute it arrives, I'm gone.
Well, yeah, it's the way that
I'm
you're
a
designed.
pizza delivery guy. The minute that the package is delivered,
I'm out.
I'm out.
Thanks for the tip.
And that's what I mean. And the
see
thing
what
is,
you did
yes,
He said.
Yeah.
I
but
give
once
that
in a
one.
while we can do a weekend and do a whole
Yeah.
whatever, cool. But during the week,
No, I get it.
I like hit and runs.
But that would be a quickie, right? Like these quickies.
Yeah, but quickies nowadays are not quickies
They're
anymore.
not cookies, bro.
What are you saying?
What do
You
you
have to
mean?
charm her. You have to.
No, but it's the foreplay, and you have to focus
Okay.
on
Quickies,
it.
they're no foreplay.
It's straight to
Yeah,
it.
okay. So, but okay, how fast can you come?
No, c'est pas pareil.
You see,
No.
that's exactly
But
my
it
point.
is
For
in a
women,
sense.
for women.
So it's not a
the
quickie.
same because
not the
for
same.
women.
Oh no, I
yeah.
met some women and
No,
I was
for women,
very
we
happy.
come during
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
préliminaire.
Quoi?
Women we come during préliminaire. That's
Yeah,
what
foreplay
nous
usually.
fait
That's
mouiller.
Yeah, but I know
mouiller is
women
not
that
coming,
come
but-
during.
I get it.
Yeah.
Nous,
But
nos
I was
orgasmes,
lucky that I met this girl that I
Nous,
could
nos
literally
orgasmes,
blow
on les
between her
a-
legs and she would come.
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
that for me was
Beautiful.
perfect. Not
Exactly.
because my ego.
I call those
He
the-
was like, my job is
No,
already
it was
done.
good for the ego too. Trust me.
Crazy.
It was at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, cool.
It's a
like,
cheat code.
I'm a cheat code.
It's a cheat code.
And I'm like, at least
And that's a
she got it
satisfying
out.
cheat code.
So I'm
Because
cool.
I'm like, I
can
don't have to
relax.
last more than 15 minutes.
Man.
We're like, she came 3
And
times.
women are delusional on that shit, huh? How long do you think would be the proper amount of time that a man should last in a sexual endeavor?
45 minutes.
Are you
Hey.
crazy? You said that to troll.
Penetration?
Nah.
15 minutes.
Most women can't
15.
handle
Yeah,
45
15.
minutes.
No,
15
you're talking
minutes.
about a whole session, right?
Yeah, so when
including
you-
Oh,
foreplay.
beginning to end?
Even
Beginning
that
to
is-
end.
So every time it's.
You're talking just the sex part.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not more 20 minutes.
I was gonna say.
But even 20 minutes,
Yeah,
is,
it's a
even
lot.
15 minutes is a
It's
lot.
a lot.
15 minutes of digging in.
Yeah.
It's a Tabata training. High intensity interval.
I didn't get what you were saying.
Condoms make you last
talking about
longer.
intercourse?
What?
You're talking about intercourse or giving
No,
head?
beginning to
Penetration.
end. Beginning to end.
Intercourse.
She talked about beginning.
Exactly.
15 minutes
Yeah.
of push-ups and pulling
I'm sorry,
and
but
turning.
you get a little
I've
break,
got
switch
that.
it up.
Yeah, yeah. 15
I
minutes
mean, I've
is.
got
Go
more
on the
than
side.
that.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
I've
For
got
sure.
more than that.
No, I've done an hour, but I can't do that constantly.
It's
no,
not
how
who
about
said
we
constantly.
My ideal would be you come after 5 and I come after 6. 5.5.
What are those times?
just-
I don't know. I
Perfect.
feel like a little pressure.
No,
Wait,
that's
you don't
adulting.
Yo.
We gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, but I feel less pressure though. I feel like
What?
I got
Like
5 minutes to get this shit done.
It's not 5 minutes because after 5 minutes I start breathing heavily. Okay?
He's gonna pass out.
And you know what happens is I'm like, oh shit, she's not there yet.
That's
so I have
what
to
I mean.
focus on her.
but that's the thing.
And then making me come, it
Some
takes
women
even
are never
longer.
there.
The thing is that you have to
'Cause you
switch up. I
stop-
mean, she has to do her work. I
What
mean,
work is she gonna do?
Like, she has to ride.
The ride isn't for you guys. It's not for
What
us.
are you saying?
Well, it is for her.
Did you know
Yeah, it's for
That's what I'm
them. Yeah,
saying.
yeah, I
It's
agree.
for them. It's not for us.
Did you know that's the most like
Riding-
dangerous sexual position for a man?
Oh yeah, I've gotten.
For
I've
the-
almost
for
gotten
why?
snapped.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
crooked for nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I got the
That's-
snap.
That's
Great.
why it's crooked.
Shut up.
Telling you.
Is
Broken
that
neck.
true?
But you know when a girl rides, except the reverse cowgirl,
Yeah.
when you're riding a guy
Yeah.
front,
Yeah.
it's more pleasure for you guys than for us.
Why?
It's
I think
not
it's the
really
angle.
gross.
Yeah, I don't feel.
Because you see,
I think it's the angle.
Me
I was gonna
rubbing
give- I was
on your
gonna give
bone here
details.
is not the most exciting
Yeah.
thing ever.
I was gonna give details on my.
filter yourself.
Yeah. I
Look.
gotta
And then
be
doggy
careful.
style is fun, the view, the everything, but it's a lot of fucking work.
But that's for us though.
Yeah.
Is
Is it more work than
What about-
missionary?
doggy style? from
Oh.
the
I
head?
don't
No,
know.
missionaries are less work for me because I grab the
find that-
sheets and I just go through it, so it's less effort on my wrist.
How do you do this? So
Guys
what?
using props.
So I need to hold
missionary
on.
is harder, no?
No, I find them
what I
both the
thought.
same.
Yeah, because the thing
Missionary
is that
seems like a
doggy
lot.
No, I
style
find
is
doggy
like
style is
plank,
harder
young man.
because you have to keep her balanced.
No, but
Not really.
Doggy style, like
Ben.
debout.
Doggy style, dude.
She got good
Like,
knees, you know. She's
like
good.
On your
on
knees?
the edge of the bed, and then
Yeah,
you sit debout.
exactly.
And then
That's
No,
how I do.
oh yeah,
Fasting?
yeah. Depends
Yeah, but
on
you
the
have to
height
be
of the girl.
tall. You have to be
You have
tall
to know the
enough.
height
Make
of
it
the
work,
girl.
bro. Sometimes you
Yo.
put a pillow under her knees and
My
shit.
ex
Make her
was
get up
six
there.
eight.
Stool.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah, but you're
6'8".
4'2",
But
so you're
6'8".
perfect.
I'm 5'3".
Yeah, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
This guy went.
But your pocket size. So
This guy
let's,
removed the whole
It
inch.
was really hard for me to do like doggy style in the bed. He had to.
it's impossible.
It's impossible.
Between your ass and his dick has
I
to be
had
at least
to
2
put,
feet.
like,
6'8".
Yo, je devais mettre
6'8".
comme 3 oreillers en dessous de mon
See,
shoulder.
told you the pillows.
The pillows help.
That is.
That's
yeah.
why I have.
Yep.
Yeah, but
special
that's too much
pillows.
prop.
You grabbing sheets, bro. You can use a pillow.
They're
Any
there.
of my partners know that I have to have.
What is the
a
fourth question, by the way?
There's so many questions. But
Move
wait,
on, move
Well,
on.
hey, we ain't gonna get through
Wait,
all.
look at that.
what? The night is young.
You don't have the kid tonight,
We're
right?
talking about sex.
Who's the most likely here to catch feelings first?
In what sense?
In what?
And what?
feelings? Falling
Emotional,
in
like
love.
feelings,
What
like
the fuck are
love,
feelings?
fall
Yeah,
in
yeah,
love.
falling in
What
love.
the
Okay,
fuck
you
is
got-
feelings?
catch
I don't
feelings,
get
you know.
it.
Catch
What other
feelings.
feelings can you catch?
How would you know?
Anger.
No,
I catch that off.
this ain't a fucking Disney movie.
Catch feelings.
What Disney movie is
So
coming?
you're talking
what's it-
romantically.
Yes,
No
falling
shade.
in love.
It
It
Falling in
wasn't
love.
clear. It wasn't
Who
clear.
is the quickest to fall in love here? I have my
Kiki.
answer. Yeah, that's pretty much obvious.
Takes me a long time.
It takes you what? A long
I,
time?
you still put second or third.
Really?
You're second or third.
Oh,
I'm definitely last.
Fall in
so
love.
we'll go with
I
that.
thought
one.
Guy would have been last. to be
No.
honest.
No, I'm right after. It's
I'm
been
clearly,
10
I
years.
know
I'm catching
I'm in the
bodies,
middle.
no feelings.
I'm in the middle. I
What
know.
did you
Yeah.
answer?
I would say I'm in the middle.
What did you answer?
My answer is very easy. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I
five.
accept it.
I agree with that
I
one.
agree with it.
Like I wasn't sure between Sidalia and Jason, to be extremely honest.
You know.
Yeah, I figured, but again, because
But why me?
you've been
I
married
don't
for
get
so
it.
long.
Oh,
it's
you
hard
really?
To,
You really?
Oh shit!
No, we do
no,
know.
but for sure it's you.
No.
You get digmatized every
Exactly.
weekend. Every
Biggie,
week.
biggie, biggie. You can't
Yes.
see.
Sometimes
No,
you
but
wear
the
just.
thing is that-
Sometimes your dick just hypnotizes
Man.
her.
No, the thing is
That shit don't work
being
with me.
digmatized and being
In love?
falling in love.
That
That
is-
is
nah.
Okay.
How many times have you fallen in love?
Fall in love.
Oh.
I keep
Hey, Marie.
on falling
Okay, I'm gonna say
in love.
Yeah.
So,
You need to use my fingers?
No,
That's
yeah,
a
more than
difficult
that.
question to answer.
A
Why?
couple of fingers.
wait, hold on. You should. We don't know that. Let's see.
A couple of fingers.
Couple of fingers. Yeah, you
In
see
both
it?
hands?
Couple
One
of hands.
finger.
Couple meaning more than one. What the hell?
No, but okay, how many?
What's
If
your
you
number?
give a
What do you think? Your
I don't
greatest
know.
loves.
That
3,
is
4, 5.
4.
Okay.
Damn,
You
that's
a lot. That's a lot.
And what was your longest
That's a lot.
A lot
relationship?
of relationships.
a
You what?
lot on the
I've
heart.
had a lot of relationships too.
Have you had long
But
relationships?
not love, though.
My last long relationship was 8 years.
Okay, it's not that bad.
That's the cop.
I left him.
That's
Yeah, we know.
8 years, man.
Okay.
That's
Remind.
How
she
many
left
times have you
them.
fallen in love?
Bad boys.
3.
me.
Yeah.
No way. 1.5.
And
Yo,
she's on the half right
I
One
now.
and a
believe
half
that.
is dead. That's
I
what-
believe
One
that.
and a half.
I believe
One
that.
and a half.
How about you?
3.
Okay,
Maybe 1.
maybe
Maybe one.
at least say
No.
one, buddy.
Say
like,
one,
like
brother.
at least say one.
No, because maybe one as a
fucked
1,
up.
but
I
not
could
2.
never be with someone
So it's
that
not
doesn't
maybe
love
one,
me.
maybe 2.
Maybe 2. Yeah.
That's
Do
big.
you love the person that you're with?
Yes,
Yes.
she's the
Okay,
one.
so
She's
that's
the
a
one.
maybe one.
That's no,
That's
that's
one.
the one.
That's the one.
No,
That's
what
one.
he meant is
We're
minimum
fixing
one.
it. We're fixing it.
Okay. Sorry, because
Yeah.
No, but
Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'll answer for him. It's 2.5.
We have to do some. We have to do some PR.
Yeah, he did love her too. 2.5. He's talking.
Practic-
He's
practical.
African.
Number changes.
It's 2.5.
We don't even know what love is.
Oh, that's sad.
What is love?
I don't know.
I'm
Me
asking
too.
you.
I-
Me too.
You
That's
said you're in love. You said you're in love with your.
That's why I gotta revise it.
5'11".
But that's why it's a difficult question to answer.
What is that?
Because there's different kinds of love.
Wait, but we want to talk about relationship.
But you can still have different kinds of love for different partners.
Talk to me.
Absolutely, there's different kinds of love. Some loves are more like a friend, less passion. Some love is more passionate. Some love is just.
But it's still all love.
It's still love.
But there's again.
It's like it was
different
funny,
kinds.
very funny, but it's still funny.
I can't compare and be like that.
It's not to
that's
compare. I'm not
feeling-
saying who
you-
you
but you
loved
shouldn't.
more.
You-
I said how many people did you love?
Yeah, you shouldn't compare.
See, now
especially
you're
with
playing the
person you're with.
nuances here. I'm not saying who you love the most.
Okay, to be quite honest, it's because when my head tells
It's 2.5,
me,
at least 3.
when my
And
head
I can
tells
tell you
me,
who they are.
How many
Your
times
2 baby moms and your first love. So it's really simple. Men are very simplistic.
really are.
for me, it was
Love is
like
their
it was
first
like love. It was
love.
like, yeah, she can have my baby. Yeah,
Oh, all right.
That's love.
that's how.
She could have my baby.
Hold this.
Take my seed.
Hold it.
Take my seat.
All right. What about you?
Me, it has to be
0.
It's 2.
No. He has 2
Negative
minimum.
1.
I know 2 minimum.
2,
2,
yeah.
but wait, 2. But there's my baby moms, and then there's half of Voldemort and half my first girlfriend.
Okay, wow.
That made the 2.
Okay.
You just
Because-
gave half.
because
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought Voldemort was a
with
one.
one.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
because after time in realization, you realize that I was in love with the idea of being in love.
Yeah.
I
I
wasn't
mean,
in love
that
with the
would be
person.
the most thing,
Yeah,
practical
especially
thing.
But that's
for
not the
most
same
men.
thing, being in love with the person.
So I'll revise my number.
2.5.
1.5.
1.5 it is. No, but that's why I accept the 1.5.
We were the same. We're the same.
You said that too.
Yeah,
Oh,
1.5.
okay, yeah.
That's why I said
Because
two.
I did love the idea of love. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
with that
And
person.
Yeah.
So for me,
For
it's
that
3.
person.
3. I figured that much. Because usually there's the first
Yeah,
girlfriend.
Would be the
You.
next one.
Yo.
after me.
So it'd be like this. Like
Yeah, but for
this,
me
like-
to get to
like
that
this.
level,
No, but,
it's not
but it's not because he fell in love more often that
Yeah.
means he's the one to be falling in love the easiest. You fall in love just because the light shimmered through his eyes.
La mort.
Oh, talk your shit.
Wow.
the
Okay,
light
what's
shimmer.
Let him have it.
Man, get it called caca.
Yeah, polycaca.
No, girl, you gotta own it. Be like,
What the
shut
hell
up.
is he saying?
Talk.
No,
No, he heard me saying a couple of things being dickmatized, whatever. Doesn't mean that I fall in love with someone's dick.
Yeah, oh shit. I was about
But
to
you
say, wait,
can't-
what?
Not
No,
in
that's the.
love.
Let her
It's
finish.
the in love part.
In love.
For me,
So-
being in love is different.
Then being in love?
Then
No,
being
than liking the
dickmatized.
dick.
No, but staying with a bum,
For the dick?
right?
Oh my god, I'm not staying with the bum for the dick. De quoi tu parles?
So you're staying because you love him.
Yeah, I love
Okay.
him.
So
So
you
you
loved a
love
lot
many-
of people.
A lot of bums.
J'ai déjà dit ma réponse.
Oui,
ça.
c'est ça. So she's
Yeah,
the first
okay.
one to fall in love.
Yeah.
De quoi tu parles?
Tes critères pour
You're
tomber
an
en amour sont
emotional
très
being.
minimalistes.
Non,
voilà.
ça par rapport.
Ah oui?
Well, do we know what? But hold on, do we know
He
what the
doesn't even
criteria
need,
is?
he doesn't even need to drive.
He doesn't need to have a house or a job.
Stop, guys. In reality, in reality.
No, I'm not joking.
No, that's not a
I fell in
criteria.
love with him, but he didn't have a job.
She loved him.
He didn't have
despite.
So that's what happened.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't fall in love
I
with
didn't
the
say-
fact that he didn't have a job.
I didn't say that. I said you're.
Well, when I asked what the criteria was, you guys said
no,
you
you said she
said
has no criteria. They don't
Why
even.
You said
say
yes.
that?
You said
But I thought
he doesn't have to have a job.
Why does she have
That's
a
how I was
doesn't
like,
have to have a job, meaning that there is no criteria.
Why
But
are you
she
saying
has-
that?
you can't say that for
Because
her.
that's
So
the
what
bare
was-
minimum.
okay.
Express what happened last
No, okay,
time.
fair enough.
It doesn't mean that that's my criteria.
Exactly.
Okay,
So I don't have a criteria.
So what's
Let
the
me ask you,
criteria?
why
Yeah.
did you fall in love with him? This person specifically.
Because
for-
I fell in love with his knowledge. I fell in love with his
He was a
the
rapper.
music side of him and everything.
The what?
His music side of him. He's really intelligent. He had a lot of good qualities.
What's your criteria, though,
Getting
like in
it,
general?
yeah.
Like, what would you say criteria is like for a man, like falling in
Family
love?
oriented.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I want him to have like a respect and stuff like that.
But I don't like the word
I don't
criteria.
get it.
Standards. She has
Well,
a level of standards.
p-
Doesn't have to be
p-
criteria.
potato,
Potato, potato.
I don't know about that. It's like I don't have
Yeah.
a criteria. You meet my criteria.
What are your criterias?
For love?
Yes.
Wait. Could you just
Okay,
pass
for
that?
love.
Like,
Yeah,
would you?
because-
That's what I
But
said.
it's
That's what I was
okay.
talking about.
But it's okay. But she's entitled to her.
To what? What is that entitlement thing that you're saying?
Daddy.
You're entitled to have your standards for
Ok,
love.
ben là, pourquoi tu vois, tantôt, tu me disais que j'avais pas de critères.
Parce que tout ce que tu m'as dit là is common sense.
Ok?
Bare minimum.
Yeah,
Ok,
that's it.
mais j'ai pas...
Family
j'ai
oriented,
pas
he doesn't have a
extrapolé
job.
sur ça non
Come
plus.
again? No, it's like
J'ai
a
pas
girl coming up to
extrapolé.
me is like, oh, my standards for falling in love or being with a man, he has to respect me. Okay. Like,
What are you
d'accord.
saying?
But what's wrong with that?
It's a bare minimum.
No, I understand, but
Like,
men
if my
have
daughter
been
comes and-
giving the bare minimum for a long time.
Says who?
Says society.
Which society is this?
It's what happened
This
to
is gonna
why
be
there's feminism. This is why women
That's
have been
not
the way
because
they
of
are.
the-
That's not
Why?
because all those men
there
were
is
loving their
feminism
wife.
because
So you put it... Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
but please explain.
yo,
Because
yeah.
I'm not saying this generation fully, okay? There's still some components of it, but I'm talking, let's say 50 years back, men gave the bare minimum
They
to
did.
women, and women were okay with it.
No, but we're
Until
not
we
but we're talking
weren't.
50 years ago now.
And then it became all feminism and this. We started to learn that,
What
you know what?
men?
No, but wait, you're
just
mixing
said
so
50
many
years
things. You're
ago.
going back in history. We're talking about us.
But
Why are we
that
going?
impacts us.
And those men
what do you
also
mean?
love their
Impacts us.
wife.
We are seeing it right
yeah.
before our eyes.
And those are the longest relationships.
The
I've
Me
had.
Too movements, the things of like shut up and take it. You know what I mean? Like women were hushed. It's like men run the show. It's a man's world.
Because they were
So
responsible.
do you think that's the majority? Wait. When you're talking about the Me Too movement and everything, are we talking about the majority of men, or are we talking about the minority
of the
that is-
minority?
Because it's like coming and telling me preachers
No,
touch
I'm
kids.
saying-
Is that the majority,
No, I'm
or
not
is that
saying-
those?
I'm not talking
We talking
majority, minor-
Catholic
I'm
or-
not talking about this. I'm saying this existed. Okay, this treatment of women.
Sure.
Okay, we were forced into these roles or whatever you want to call
Forced?
it.
You weren't forced.
You weren't forced. If
You
you,
weren't
wanted to
forced.
We were not
survive,
considered
it was
people.
kind of survival.
We were not considered people.
Well, okay, you gotta also
Wait,
gotta
wait, wait.
We were not
Who are you
considered
saying
people.
this?
We
No, which
were
culture are you
property,
talking about?
We were given,
That's not us. That's a white thing.
again,
That's a white thing. And again,
But you have to allow her to speak from her perspective as well.
yeah, again, but stop saying everybody. Now,
I didn't say everybody. I said that this is something that has happened, that continues to happen in some places. And I'm not, just because certain parts of the world, the women are okay with it, does that mean that it's right?
well,
Okay.
That
yeah,
they take certain roles?
but yeah, because depending on where you are, it's like saying
There's
talking
a
about-
reason why.
Yeah, but we also have to be honest. Like some areas of the world where it's quote unquote acceptable, like men are also allowed to hit their women, right? And they get away with it. It's not like a woman chooses to say, "Hey, you know what? It's acceptable for you to hit me."
third world
I'm just
countries,
saying.
not even first world
But
countries.
I'm not talking about just third
Because
world.
also you gotta also
But
get.
I'm not talking about third world countries.
I get it, but it's also it's easy to be like, okay, this is what this is happened. There's also reason why.
I'm
Back-
just talking perspectives. I'm
back
not choosing
then,
sides.
back then, especially the fact that women didn't have the debt or whatever, because the men was also responsible
taking
of
on 100%.
everything. So it wasn't only like we don't want to give you something, because at the end of the day, men give you the right to have rights. So,
Damn. That's kind of wild, right?
but that was men.
It is kind of wild.
it's wild, but it's sadly historically true.
But that's why she bringing.
Yeah.
That's why she's bringing history into it.
But I'm talking about today. That's the thing. So
Yeah.
if we're gonna go back in time, that means
we gotta
black-
start from somewhere, right?
No, but then
The
after that,
life
we
was
can always
different
go
too.
back. How far are we going back
100%.
then?
No,
Because then
no.
after that, every black person here could say,
But that's not what I'm
because there
talking
was
about."
slavery, we didn't even have rights.
But
and this.
that's not what I'm talking about.
So what are you talking about?
I'm talking about that. What we were just saying about the women and their roles and stuff like that. Like the roles that we were given
You were given a role.
as a woman.
Yes.
Of course, we were given roles.
What was the role that you were given?
You're not talking about me personally.
No, he's talking
Yeah,
about you right now.
I'm talking about you personally.
That's why you gotta capture the words.
I'm talking about you.
You gotta
But I'm
capture
not
the words.
talking about
But I'm
this.
talking about you. So why are you talking about other people? I'm talking about you.
The woman.
The
No, I'm
women.
talking about you guys.
Women.
Women's.
Okay, but again, I'm confused here. We're talking about you
On a
presently.
stigmatisation, right?
Qui est quoi?
Okay, y'all should have babies. Y'all should know how to cook, sew, clean, and all that stuff.
Today?
There we
I'm looking at Guy.
Today?
I'm looking at Guy.
Hey.
Like I will say that
In North America.
It came
Yes.
from,
Okay.
it came from a place,
Expectations, yeah.
Yeah, but
From
most
who?
women don't know how to do that shit.
Men, they're like,
Now-
you don't know how to cook.
We're in the
No,
most
cooking-
feminized
cook-
men
okay,
society.
wait, but okay, cooking is for survival. It has nothing to do cooking for
Again,
me.
You know.
these roles came out
These
of
hands are
necessity
blessed.
once upon a time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I get
It
that.
came-
That's the evolution of it.
What I'm saying is, yes, men are physically stronger, so they were given the bigger tasks, right?
The harder
providers,
tasks.
Which perfect sense. And we were given more of the we have to be protected because we bring life, right? So to continue the tribe,
Nurturers.
you have to.
And
keep
you
the
were
women
fragile,
alive.
especially
Exactly.
after
Exactly.
giving
You
birth.
have to keep the women alive because they're the ones that will give you the children, that will create the tribe, blah blah blah, go on the
Survival
bloodline.
of the tribe.
And that's where you're in groups, right? We're always in groups, women. So we would cook, we would take care of the kids. Those were out of necessity. Eventually, that role became more about power, right? And I think it became out
When
of
was
greed.
that?
Like I said, we could see it, right? We were given a man's name. We were not entitled to their money. It would go straight to our sons. We were not our daughters. None of that was
What period are you
important.
talking about? Because I'm trying to see in history what period specifically are you talking about here?
My God, what year were we able to vote? Like
1960s.
10?
Yeah, 60 something.
No, it was before that. 'Cause
No, it
the
wasn't.
suffragette
It
was
was
in the
60
1990,
something.
1990.
Yeah, it was
1919.
No, we're talking about 60. Well, okay. What are you
you're
talking
allowed
about
to
in general?
vote, like,
Like
it's
North
19
America? In
something.
America,
After
it's
the
actually
First
the
World
60s.
War.
I think it was in the 60s.
First
but-
Yeah,
World
me
War,
too.
it's not the
50s or
60s.
60s.
No, that's not the 60s. We were allowed to vote in 1918, 19. The suffragette came out. Even the 20s, maybe 1920s.
I don't
I'm
think
going to
so.
say.
60s, no?
Yeah.
Well,
I
it
do
depends
not
on the
believe-
19th Amendment.
The 60s or something
It was on the
else.
19th Amendment.
Or like 40s? Or
No, it was like it wasn't that long ago. Like we're talking less than 150 years. If
Well, not long ago. It's
In North America.
But was it okay in North America?
The
Because
rights of
some
women to vote in elections several distances occurred in recent centuries where women were selectively given, then stripped of the right to vote in Sweden, blah, blah, blah. Sweden, it was in 1700.
yeah, but
that's Sweden,
France was
but like
1900s.
but we're not talking about them. When she's more
USA.
focused more
Like
in
the
terms of the
America,
Western,
us,
the Western
the
world.
Western. Well, it's what I know.
No, it's possible. Again,
But I remember les suffragettes, like they would be
1920,
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
the 19th Amendment.
That's when we were.
That's what they say.
He was
Repeal the
right.
19.
Yeah, he said 19. She said 19.
Yeah, yeah.
19
Okay.
Amendment.
It
Oh.
was,
Repeal
it
the
was then
19.
that we were actually considered people, and that's quite terrifying.
I mean, you
if
guys
think
beat.
about
You
it.
guys still beat black
No,
people at
under
that
the
point.
law, you were considered people, but you were already considered
We
people.
were not entitled to things that you were entitled to.
That's true.
We
Because
were
you didn't have,
overlooked.
but you didn't have all the consequences that came with those
Absolutely.
entitlements.
And
Guys,
that's
what
where
does
the
all that have to
power
do with
comes
love?
in. But that's where the power came in, the power struggle. Yeah, what does this have to do with love?
I'm trying to remember. Like, I'm trying to get back to the love
I think
part.
I don't know. I think it's when did it matter? I guess.
I think we were talking about the criterias of love, right?
yeah, criteria.
And then it shifted. So, yeah.
Basically.
Oh,
I have
yeah,
no
because you said why should it be
criterias.
criteria and not standards? And
No,
then
he
we
said
got
I didn't have any criterias.
yes, but you do, right? I'm asking you. I'm not asking
I
them.
do.
No, all this
Okay.
came
For them,
when I
I
said
don't, so.
Doesn't matter what they think.
Respecting women is
Oh, the
common
bare
sense.
minimum, yeah.
And then she
Bare
said,
minimum.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Because
then,
we, for a long
Well,
time,
that's your fault
thought
again.
that was the baseline. You know, give me a house
but when women couldn't vote, were they still respected or not?
in the house.
Well, they again. Let me
society.
just ask the simple question.
You couldn't even go to the bank without your husband.
That's
you couldn't pull
not
out
my
money without your
question.
husband.
So it's
I
a very
mean-
yes or no. Because now
You can say
standards-
no. Don't feel.
That's it.
Don't feel obligated to say
Do
yes.
you believe women weren't respected when they couldn't vote?
No, they were not.
They were not.
No. they were
Okay. What's different now that they can vote in the household when it
not.
comes
We
to
took
respect?
certain things in our own hands.
When it comes to respect, I'm talking about.
But
How are you more respected now that you can
how are
vote?
men respected?
I'm asking you.
No, but I'm trying to.
Can I
understand.
interject just for a second?
Yes.
Because I feel like we're going like so. From that perspective, I guess since women were allowed to vote, I mean, it kind of goes back to what she said before. Before they couldn't even go to the bank without their husbands. So now they have that autonomy. Now you have women who run major corporations and stuff like that. You didn't see that before. So all of that also kind of you do have to attribute levels of respect being given to allow to look at it from a perspective of a woman. I can handle the finances now. I can handle running a major corporation now. You know what I mean? So it does
woman
still
who's being
equate to
treated well does
respect.
not mean
The
she's
way I look at
respected.
it.
No,
from
but it's a
looking
side
at it.
effect. And again, I'm all for
Yeah, yeah.
women's right and equality and all that. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I know, but I was just saying that does
Before,
equate.
it's like saying, oh, women couldn't go and hunt before because they
But you
tried.
had a lot of
and,
women who were
and they
hunters.
died. It's literally that. So it was the survival of the tribe.
I was gonna say, depending on the tribes, you
Yeah.
could
There's a
sometimes
reason
No,
why
some
things
yes,
were
but the
dead.
you have
majority.
some African
But
tribes,
I'm
like
not
the
saying
women
that
are
it
the
exists.
majority
I'm just
hunters.
saying eventually it got twisted and it became something
There was an
more
abuse of
abusive.
power. Yes, I get that
That's
part.
all I'm saying.
But I don't remember. And again, yes, men used to slap their women and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it'd be like,
It's
shut
more
up,
than
honey.
that. It's
That
more
was the
than
power
that.
dynamic and
It's more
whatever.
than that.
But okay,
more than that.
no, fair enough. But I don't remember in history
Mm-hmm.
where women weren't respected, weren't protected, weren't.
Being
Like,
protected.
you
doesn't
gotta be
warrant
very
respect.
careful.
Yes, it actually does.
No, it does not.
Oh yeah. How so?
It does not warrant
I feel like
respect.
it's the ultimate sign of respect.
Which part?
Protecting somebody. Would you protect somebody you don't
Sometimes
respect?
yes,
Oh yeah.
Really?
yeah, ownership. Don't touch my shit. That doesn't belong to you. Yeah.
No, I'm talking.
I
about,
would. No, I'm serious. Like I would.
No,
Like
but I'm talking about creatures, living things. now.
That's what
Ownership
I'm
is
explaining to you
objects.
the mentality of some men. That's my woman. She's my property. There are men that have that.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair
So
enough.
that means
That's a
so
fair point.
it's not because they respect her that they're going to defend her. They're going to defend her because you're attacking my masculinity by disrespecting my woman. You know what I mean? Meanwhile,
your
they don't respect
masculinity-
their own women.
So your masculinity is
I'm
defined.
not saying
by,
mine.
No,
I'm
but
explaining.
theirs or theirs.
But you
whoever.
know this. You know there are men
No,
like
no,
this.
but I get that. But
Yeah.
because they associate their women as their ultimate prize
At their ultimate pride. Doesn't mean that the women get respect now.
from others or from him.
From him.
Isn't it just a how can I say this? A misinterpretation or a misshowing of love or
No. I
Inade-
don't think so. I don't think so.
Inadequate.
Yeah,
As a,
yeah, it's
as a-
like a caveman mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
doesn't mean
I
the
don't think it's a
cavemen didn't love them.
misrepresentation of love
Well, I
or
think things
respect.
got stuck, right? There was like a stagnant period of time where it's kind of like these are the roles that we are assigned.
And what
That's all. We
unstuck
were not
it,
aligned.
historically speaking?
Good point.
What unstuck?
I
Men-
think was the
I think she said the
negative
right to
out-
vote.
the
I think that's what
negative
she's saying.
Consequences of it, right?
That's
The
not because of
abuse.
that.
What are you talking talking about?
It's because of the war.
Men going to war.
It's men going to war that
That
all
was
this
the
changed.
realization, but it doesn't
No.
mean it wasn't already happening within like women, enduring abuse and having no control.
No, the abuse
no
part, yes, but the whole movement of we can do it too is when men went to war.
yeah, it's a real.
They had to pick up.
It was that bite of freedom that opened that door.
But it wasn't
of realization.
freedom.
But it was in some way that they realized, wow, we are capable.
Being
We're
allowed.
actually not weak. We actually can do this without men.
Being allowed, I guess, is
And
what
No,
have
being
that
allowed is one thing
independence,
because
and
a
to
lot
have
of
that
people didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
They were so happy when men came back.
No, not all. Some
No,
of them
but I
actually
said-
lost their freedom.
But I said many. I didn't say all. I said many.
Mm.
Because even the 70s and 80s, they were like, hey, I can do what I got to do. My husband is working. There was more rights and respects and protection of women because there was abuse. That is true. Men, those drunks, stress,
Yeah.
and they were very abusive.
Remember, even cops
Power
would show up
hungry.
and it'd just
Yeah.
be like they won't get arrested for it. It'd just be like, hey, stay out of his way.
Exactly.
You know?
And then what happened was like, and again, I'm all for freedom, vote, go work and go this. Now we're getting to the other edge of the whatever it's called.
Pendulum.
Pendulum?
Pendulum, yes.
Pendulum. Where now, do you know the statistics now? There's more women at age 40 having kids than women in their 20s and
Absolutely,
30s.
Yes.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because they're not even having it in standard relationships necessarily.
No,
by
no.
the
A
way.
lot of women are going for like
Because they're
yeah.
like, I'm focused on my career, me. We're becoming more and more of a selfish.
But I saw also the stigma of, you have to have your babies young.
I was gonna say, like, I feel people
It's a
start
fear
saying
that
selfish,
they
but I
put
don't
in
think it's
women.
selfish.
But it's a fear that they used to put
Yeah.
in women. Yes, of
There
course.
was a reason why.
But there's a reason. Egg.
They
used
but
to-
it does not mean
No, but they used to die at 40 too.
Yes, but we don't anymore. That's how long ago was that?
No,
But
but that's
now we take care of our bodies and this and that.
but it's a
so-
lot harder still.
Yes, but still, it's still a
Yes and
choice.
no. It depends. You can still have a very
You
healthy
can.
pregnancy.
But the majority
There's
are
less fear.
'Cause
yeah,
the
but
thing
the
is that
majority are
you
high
can-
risk.
Yeah, but you can maintenant ça a diminué pour prématuré, tu peux avoir à 24 semaines, on peut sauver la vie d'un
Yeah.
enfant.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
il y a des risques que tu sois prématuré, que l'enfant soit prématuré, but at the same time you
Yeah.
can save it.
The survival
Because
rate's
I feel
gone
like
up.
people say that
Survival
it's
rate, yeah.
sorry. I do feel people say like it's selfish for women to have kids later in age, but I don't look at it from that
I didn't
point
say
of view.
selfish
I
having
said
kids
people.
later.
I didn't
okay,
say you.
yeah. I'm talking about selfish in the sense they're focused on their career.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
have been
But why is that
people have
selfish?
been using that right a lot. I always hear that. And sometimes it's just maybe they want to be in a better place to be able to, to provide and spend that time with the kid. You know what I mean? Maybe they want to be able to set their careers up, their lives up in a specific way where, okay, you know what? Maybe at 40, I have more time to dedicate,
Right.
to my kid as opposed to when I was younger, I was building, or it was a struggle doing it while I was younger. I don't think there's any wrong way to go about it. But like I've always seen this narrative whenever I'm hearing about women choosing to have kids at a later age, that it's selfish, and I hate hearing
Yeah,
that.
because we're antagonized. Men are not antagonized for
And
focusing
plus,
on
men
their
don't want to be
career.
in relationships anymore. So
Yeah, because it's easy
yeah.
for us to have sex.
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
have allowed it. To be
no,
easy
but
to have
because
sex.
we don't get pregnant for 9 months.
No.
And we don't stop
we,
working.
we don't. It doesn't affect us. Having kids does not affect us on our daily responsibilities.
No, I'm talking
is
about
wild.
the reason why men don't want to be in relationships is because women are more accessible.
Men want to
and-
be in relationships.
Most
Men wanna be
most
in a
men
relationship.
want
Okay,
to
guys,
be
but
there's
I'm
a
just
difference
saying,
between
but
Kiki.
they
Hold
have
on.
accessibility right
see.
now,
What?
so it's a lot.
There's a
harder
difference
to
between
be
men
like,
and boys.
let me have
It's
a.
two different things.
What?
I'm just explaining to her because expressing that there is a difference between men and boys. Like a lot, from that perspective, I'm talking about mentality and everything like that. What they're saying is true. A lot of men actually do want to be in relationships, but you also have boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when
don't
we're talking
play.
about boys, we're talking about the people that don't have their shit together in that sense. How do you expect them to be in a relationship and help take care of you when they can't even take care of themselves? So that's the perspective of when they're saying
Then
men.
you shouldn't be sleeping with them.
Yeah.
Well, men, and they shouldn't. But then again, at the same
The
time,
standards have to go up.
the standards, in general.
No,
probably.
your standard has to go up because at the end of the day, without you,
what I
we
just said.
women standards is
The
definitely.
women's have to go up.
Yeah, because these
Definitely.
boys will
But
take
every
advantage of
man,
whatever
every
they can.
man wants to be in a relationship.
I
But
wouldn't say
most-
every man. Hold on, not
But
every
when I
man
say I'm
wants
talking
that.
the big
Yeah,
Majority,
not every
like
not every man.
No, but I'm
80%
generalizing,
plus.
but
Yeah.
more than 80% probably.
I'm trying to give an edge
But
to
the
the
problem
others.
is most of these men now in today's society are scared because of everything going on. Everybody's
Yeah,
divorcing.
but a lot of it,
everybody's
men contributed to at the same time. Let's
how
be
so?
honest. What do you mean? How so?
How so? You said they're contributing.
When we're talking about in terms of what's the adultery, all these different things.
But they were there before.
Never saying it wasn't. But what I'm saying is you can't cry over spilled milk that you help contribute to as well.
So adultery. Wait. So you're saying
it's an example, my friend.
No. I know.
Just before you go like too far.
No, but again,
I'm trying to get it.
But I'm trying to get it too.
But what is there not to get? I'm just curious.
So you're saying that men
because you're asking because what it's sounding like you're making it sound like all these and I'm saying men do want to be in relationships, but I don't think it's the high number that you're saying. But at the same time, the way you're saying is like, well, it's because they're scared. Nah, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like we, as men, doing fuckboy shit, we contributed to the things that we're scared of happening to us. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think you're seeing this the wrong way.
I'm seeing it wrong?
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm looking at it from a different point of view.
Perfect.
Because
Okay,
first of all, the number
Yeah.
one reason of divorce is not adultery. It's
Once again, I did say that was an example.
No, but it's not even that
Yeah.
point of view. Like you're saying the fuckboy thing.
It-
But wait.
go on. Yeah, please.
Wait. So
Yeah.
the fuckboy thing is a reaction. It's not an action.
The fuckboy thing's a reaction?
It's a reaction.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
And women
women opening
doing
their
fuck
legs.
shit as what?
But I'm not blaming.
No, I'm just
anybody.
asking.
I'm not blaming. You have to understand, people are doing fuckboy things because men are not taking women seriously. The reason why they're not taking them seriously because they're not acting.
Sen, how many times have you heard about guys who had a good woman and they still let that shit? They fuck up with that shit.
how do you know that?
I said, how many times have you
actually-
heard
it
it?
does
Don't
happen.
tell me how do I know.
Most
I
of
heard
the
it- I
time
heard
we
it
hear
from who?
one side.
I'm
No,
just
but that's it.
asking in
That-
general, how many times have you heard this? You
That-
never heard it from you don't have friends that have been honest? Like when they've had a good woman and they fucked
But
up?
it has nothing to do with honesty. It has to do with you too
No,
close.
I meant honesty in terms of them telling you.
No, I know that part.
That's
But
what
the
I meant
thing
because
is-
you guys made it seem as
So-
if it never happened. You never heard it.
No, of course I did. But I have met so many women that cheated on their husbands because
Yes.
they weren't happy for
But-
whatever reason it is.
That's okay. All right.
And that was his
What
fault.
do you mean? But,
No, but what I'm trying to express is you're saying guys are doing this are not getting into relationships because they're hurt. I'm trying to tell you women do the same because they're hurt too. It's two places of hurt.
We've
but
hurt
that's
each
my
other.
point.
But literally, that's what I was saying.
No, again, you were saying
Please tell me.
men, but you said it in your own words.
Because you were talking as if men are these hurt, fragile little creatures. I said it comes from a place
Did I say
that they
fragile or-
created.
You don't have to say
You said
it.
they were scared.
I
You
don't
said
have
they
to
were
say it.
scared. But exactly.
Yeah, scared is not fragile.
Are we doing this, guys?
Yes, because there's a
Okay.
I'm not saying
What?
No, please continue.
No, but if you're gonna react,
I'm not. Listen,
I'm gonna
I'm
listen to
listening.
you. I'm gonna pay attention to what you have to say.
No, I literally-
I'll agree.
No, I
and
just
we'll
said
move
the
on.
scared. No, I don't
because
need
the
you
thing
to
is, I'm
agree.
giving you a different perspective, and now.
But you
if
told me I was
every-
wrong first.
No, I said I don't agree with what you're saying.
You didn't say that first.
Okay, so let me say it again.
Please.
I don't
elaborate.
agree with what you're saying.
That's fine.
Because you're making the responsibility that all men, because you said all men,
Did not.
you
Go
said
on.
the fuckboy thing, right?
But I did not. Did I say all men?
The spilled milk is what?
But you're talking,
Some
he's
men-
talking about the fuck boys.
The fuck. How many? Okay, so on a rational of men, how many fuckboys is there? Are we talking
I don't
about
know
the minority?
90% of the world. What, you want numbers? Like, no.
But if
come
you're
on.
gonna
It's
talk
less
to me
than
about
Why you do
20%.
that? Like when you're giving
No, but
numbers,
if
you're
you-
like 80% of men. Like, what the fuck
You're
is
The
that?
80% of men.
fuckboys are less than 20% of men.
Bro, I'm not. Okay, fine. Go
No,
on,
but
guys.
if we're
Give numbers that we cannot really do any substantial
not fair?
calculations to.
No,
we
but-
cannot.
Okay, fair. Okay, can you listen, please? Just let me finish my phrase.
Oh, please, sir.
Okay. My point is, I'm talking about the majority, not a minority. There is exceptions. There is people that beat their wives, that fucking cheat, that are assholes, that are fuckboys. All these do exist. Now, are they the majority of men?
Please continue.
I'm
I'm
asking
not gonna sit and agree
I'm
with
asking you. The
but
spilled
I can't
milk
say. I'm not
is
gonna.
coming from where? Is this the majority of men?
What I'm saying is, women at the same time who've been hurt, who are causing those, who are reacting in those ways, were done. That was done to them. So it's like a cycle. Everybody is hurting somebody.
So I'll explain to you in a way that you'll understand. a
Yeah,
little bit
dumb it
better.
down because clearly I'm
No, it has
stupid.
nothing to do with dumb
Well,
it down.
in a way I'll
So
understand.
I'm going to ask you women today, in 2025, right? What are the role models for women?
I don't have role models.
Who would you say in today's society, again, we're not going to go into semantics, who are the role models for women? Please enlighten me.
But I'm
Andrew
speaking-
Tate.
I don't have it.
Women, I said.
I know, but I'm just
Like
saying.
actively in society, who are
Men
Yeah,
have
who are,
what?
who are the high, like the women?
Kardashians? The girls that look at Kardashians.
The number one host in the world.
And for men, who do we
And
have?
who are,
Andrew
second-
Tate.
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate is not a role model.
You got
Okay,
you
but
got
are you
Elon
guys? Come on,
Musk.
guys.
I said
stop
for today's
doing this.
men. I didn't
Yeah.
say boys. I said men.
Yeah, but then that's girls if you're talking about
No,
Kardashians.
I talked women.
No?
Give me your role
Because
models
you
for-
have Michelle Obama. She would be someone who would be considered a good role model
For black
women.
women.
Why does it have to be black women? Why can't
It's
it just
white
be
women?
women? But
You-
why can't it just be women?
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Is there
She
white
has
women that you heard?
class. I mean,
Michelle
she's
Obama?
classy.
You're asking. I'm giving you an example of what I
Mike?
know of.
Boys, she knows how to talk. She's educated.
Yeah.
She has all
She's
Why
an
is it black
amazing
women?
role model, but she's not a role model for all.
But why not?
But she isn't.
No, I'm
He's
asking you
talking
why
about
Why?
not.
I don't know why.
Society.
Pardon me?
I think he's talking about mainstream society.
I'm talking
right?
about mainstream society.
She's
No,
mainstream.
but for the younger kids, like the younger girls.
No, women. I'm talking about
No,
women.
no.
I'm not talking about
Oh, you're
girls.
talking
Exactly. I'm like, what are you
Women,
doing?
women.
See, like,
So
I'm-
if I talk to women here, so if I call 20 people
yeah,
today,
yeah.
right now,
I'm giving you an example.
no, I get your example, but again, I understand that it's an amazing role model for Black American women.
For women,
If you go to Africa, they don't give a flying fuck about her. Let's be very honest. Asia, South America, the rest of the world.
yeah.
No, but I'm asking you, am I wrong?
I honestly, man, I don't know if you're right or wrong on this.
So you think
I don't live in Africa.
Argentina, if I ask them who's their lady role model, they're gonna say Michelle
Here's
Obama.
the
gonna
craziest part. You
answer
asked me.
something
You
else.
asked
Come
me.
again?
What's
They're
the
going to answer
correlation?
something else.
Who
No, but
are they gonna
here's
say?
the craziest
Do
part.
I have to know that?
You're quite exactly the crazy part. You asked who is a good role model.
I'll give-
I didn't say who is the
No,
role
I
model.
said who
I
is
said
the
who
role
is
model.
the role
I didn't
model
say
right
good
now.
role models. I
Okay.
said role model.
Okay, and
It
why-
was to prove a
she
point.
But it
Can be
depends on
one.
everyone. Like,
Yeah, I don't understand.
But I'm talking about
Like,
you're
you're
Everywhere in
supposed
the
to name
world,
who
one
has the
every-
most followers on social media. Let's go very simple, guys.
That's what I aim to.
Thank you.
Taylor.
No, who's
it
in
doesn't
the
mean
women's
it's
side and
correct.
who's on the men's side? Very simple.
I have no idea.
So the man is very easy. It's Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, married, 4 kids, athlete, takes care of
Bro,
body.
I don't
40
I don't follow soccer. For me, it wasn't.
doesn't
one.
matter. He
Yeah.
has 40 million followers.
No, but I'm just explaining. Well, I think The Rock has higher. To be
Who?
honest, The
He
Rock.
has the highest
Yeah, I
following.
think so. Rock would be the role model then, if we're going by
Who?
followers.
The
no?
Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock doesn't he have the highest?
no,
in,
it's
in
Cristiano
Instagram?
Ronaldo.
Pretty sure Rock was.
Except if he surpassed him the last year.
it
it's
would have been like
Ronaldo.
for at least 4 years.
So you're saying that the role
Maybe
model
it doesn't
thing
anymore.
affects.
But he's talking
how
about
people are
followers now.
behaving?
He's talking about followers.
For sure.
Negate it.
Wouldn't you agree? Your role models
But
before
like- but
before
what-
was people on TV, in the newspaper, governments, athletes, whatever it was, right? And now the role models today is all about make that money, transform
How much
your
did you
body.
say Cristiano had?
Donald Trump.
Just put highest following. I have
Oh
idea
no,
of
because
the-
I just pulled up The Rock. That's why I had.
How much?
He had 394 million.
Okay, go put.
I'll look at
I think
Ronaldo.
he's in billions, Ronaldo.
yeah?
I think Justin Bieber has more than him.
Than The Rock.
No, Justin Bieber, man. Jesus.
But even The Rock, you can still see a positive somewhat.
652
Yeah.
for Cristiano.
million.
Yeah,
Yeah.
million.
I think he's the one who has the most
It
followers.
is high. It is the highest
Yeah,
so
yeah.
far that I've seen.
It's double over The Rock.
Justin Bieber.
Oh, you went there?
Yeah.
No, Justin Bieber 294.
Okay, 294. So we can agree Ronaldo, married, athlete, takes
But
care of his
I
body.
don't see it as a role model though. But in a sense, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm just saying for me, because I don't follow soccer like that, right? So I didn't.
But
But I'm not one of the
600
followers.
million do.
Popularity versus
that's
it's
the-
two different things, no?
That's kind
That's
of
what matters nowadays, right? Popularity.
Yeah, no, I get
the
it.
one that has the most
I
influence.
get where you're going with this, but I also understand what this implies, which is what Jay was saying, that women, due to being suppressed, using their sexuality in a certain way, they are reclaiming it. Are they reclaiming it in a positive way?
No.
No, they are not.
Okay, so
I
we can
will
agree on
to
that.
Of course.
Yes,
Okay, so we
but
can agree
they
on that.
got
That's the
there
point.
Not on their own.
Okay.
They were pushed to
Wow.
find their independence. And then again, just like men took power and abused it, women are taking this newfound
100%.
power and abusing it as well.
Because I'm not making
And
no
now
excuses
we
for
are
that
completely
society.
unbalanced. Completely.
Yes.
So what you said, I 100% agree. Where my nuance here is very important is you said they did what they did because they wanted to take back that power. Not that they got the power back.
What
This
you
is
gonna
what
do?
they did with
To
it.
reclaim what is theirs.
To
right?
reclaim
That
what there
was
is.
taken.
This is what they did with it. Is it any better?
No, I
No.
just said there's no balance in it.
That's why I said
It's
everybody's
completely
hurt. That's what I'm saying. It's literally hurt
The
people
hurt
hurting people
versus
hurting
the
people
hurt.
hurting
Yeah,
people.
but now
That's what I said.
we're now in 2025. We're in a state.
But what's the solution at this point? Who has to bend? Who bends?
What do you mean who bends?
Well,
What-
you said no. I'm asking who bends. Like, how do you fix it?
Communication.
No, but I want to know.
Morals, values, education.
But
But those
who does it,
Church.
right? Who's first? Where
Bring
does
the
it come?
church back, I swear.
Bring the church back.
Then that's a whole other story.
What?
I know. I thought I read something about Donald Trump wants to bring like the church or something
Yeah,
like that
me
back
too. I
into.
saw it somewhere, but again,
But
Donald
anyways,
Trump is
that's
not
all.
big.
Because it's
Neither
like
here
we're
nor there.
grasping at directive. We're grasping at guidance, and we don't know where to go because
That's what I'm saying.
everything has
How do you do
a
it?
pro or a con, and it's like, where do we go from here?
Yeah, but maybe that's the reason why back then it looked like you guys were chained because we understand that maybe you need a little bit of direction.
No, that's not what it was, right?
Because now you're telling me that you're lost, but you don't know where to go. But
Both
No,
of
no,
us,
we're all
both
lost
men
is
and
what we were
women.
saying.
We're in the same boat.
we lost because we lost the purpose. And our purpose was to provide
And
and
women's
protect.
I do
purpose
agree
was
with
taken
that.
advantage of.
What?
What he said.
You know
Yes,
what
I
I'm
agree.
saying? Our purpose was
Men,
taken advantage
in terms
of.
we lost purpose. I agree.
And they lost
we had
purpose,
this
and when I
conversation. I said the worst thing you could have is a man who does not have purpose or direction.
And what I
Yes,
meant
and
by
women
men
back
are
then-
scared now is talking to a girl, the Me Too movement. If you do something, regardless of what it is, she
mean,
takes
hey,
half
bitch.
of your shit.
You know what I
No, but meaning that anybody now is walking on eggshells.
That's what
Literally.
MGTOW exists.
Men today are walking, like literally you have to walk with a paper with consent.
You know what the craziest part is? I don't see that.
Well, I see it a lot.
You know what I mean? Like
I
I
have
don't.
people that went to jail or got accused for things they didn't
No,
do.
and I'm not saying that doesn't
Okay.
happen,
Yeah.
but that's also a minority of things in that sense. How many guys do you know? Like all the guys you know that go to jail because of that. I've seen guys holler at girls with the same,
Okay.
style that they've always had.
So I'll answer you in a sense. How many guys do I know that
Yeah.
got threatened by
Jail,
that?
jail.
No, threatened by that. Threatened
I didn't
by
say
that.
threatened by it,
No,
but
but because
okay.
threatened after that, if she has the courage or she has a group that follows her, she can go through it.
Okay, so fine.
But if she threatens you, that means the idea crossed her
so-
mind.
okay, so
so I
threatened.
could easily say, and correct me if I'm wrong, probably one man out of two has been threatened at one point in their life by a woman
Mm-hmm.
for abuse, sexual harassment, or
when it wasn't the case.
yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
exactly.
Okay.
And
Or
that,
sometimes you don't even have to get there. You can
don't
just
even need to
start
be there.
filming before. Why do you think we always say if she starts shit, just walk out of place? Walk.
But that's always
Ha-
been like
has
a
it happened
common
to you?
knowledge. I've never gotten threatened with that. No,
Threatened,
in my
never.
life.
But on the
In
same,
my life. In
no,
my
no,
entire
no.
life.
Just the fact that shit hit the fan, you guys have an argument.
Yeah.
All men nowadays they're like, let me just either record or grab my stuff and leave.
I've never had to do
With
that. And even when I've gotten into arguments, because there have been times like I could be spicy as fuck. You know what I mean? Like I got like red blood. It's hot blooded. But
I'm not even talking
I've
for
calmed
sexual
down.
abuse here.
No,
No,
not
okay,
physical.
okay.
I'm talking about yelling, raising voice, and
okay,
stuff like
I
that.
wasn't
Like,
even thinking
Right.
that. I
I've
was
never
talking
once,
sexual.
in my entire life, because, like I would say, like I would hope to know, right? Like, or most of the women or people that I've interacted with in my entire life understand there's a difference between being passionate about something and being threatening about something, right? So I've never come into a situation where I'm going to call the cops, I'm this, I'm that, or whatever, because it's always been, I'm still a respectful motherfucker at the end of the day. I may be a motherfucker, but there's still going to be respect behind it.
doesn't matter
And there's
about
no fear.
I've been respected. I've been
been
respectful
thinking
all
about
my
you
life.
still gonna
I still
lose.
was accused more than 3 times, just because the girl did not like
the rejection.
the rejection, and it went about on a completely different side. One girl pushed me, I removed her hands, and she said I touched her. And again, I'm not saying all women are like that. I'm just saying nowadays, when you see these horror stories, right? Men now, Eddie Murphy in the 80s was afraid to lose half of his shit.
Yep.
That was the biggest threat. Don't get married, prenups everywhere, right and left, right? Now you see it all the time. Shannon Sharp, the other actor.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp.
The guy ran fucking kilometers
Jonathan
not to
Majors,
talk.
yep.
Yeah, to run ran.
And he still got found guilty.
And he
multiple times.
Yeah, and he lost all his shit.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And again, now more that you have money, more you're in danger.
Yes.
You see what I'm
You
saying?
might be lucky actually, because even Shannon Sharp is not criminal; it's actually in civil court. So if you don't have
He's still
money,
accused-
even
he's still
worse.
accused of fucking rape.
It's still gonna ruin his reputation at the end of the day.
Bingo.
He just signed a contract of $100 million.
And this is when it came out, basically.
Yeah.
So yes.
So
and that
if-
thing was pre-recorded long time ago,
And
and
now
we're
all
feeding
these
them.
men that are working or whatever, they believe they have something to lose. They come into these relationships where they can leave them and whatever. And this is what I meant. They're not scared, meaning
not.
that I'm afraid.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're not scared, little boys, these guys.
No,
like
they-
Shannon
they-
Sharp, you got to be smarter about your business. You know what I mean?
Every man
These
has
women
a-
don't love you. You know, like a
how do
19-year-old
you
girl
know?
loves you, bro. Like,
No, again, him in his case, what was it with Jonathan Mayer? After that, the Dr. Umar could say, oh, it's because it's white women.
Dr. Umar,
Right?
snow bunnies.
Snow bunnies and
never.
shit, right?
Black Queens forever, snow bunnies, never.
But what, you don't hear black women do that?
Huh? Which
You
part?
don't hear black women
I'm
do
just
that?
talking about Dr. Umar,
No,
my man.
I brought up Dr. Umar. That's
What's
why I
your
found it funny.
What's the problem? I don't understand.
I'm the one
I
who
don't know
brought
what he's
Dr.
doing.
Umar because he said
Yeah,
it
I know.
again.
That's how
He
I
said
was
it.
doing the quote.
He said, Uncle whatever, Shannon, like I believe
I
you
didn't
and
see
everything.
that. I didn't see
and
that.
he's like, but
Jay-
those snow bunnies, I've warned you.
I didn't see that. I didn't see
But I'm
that.
like, this has nothing to do with race. It has to do with the opportunities.
And with court, marriage, whatever, everybody has a prenup. Whether it's a prenup that you sign with her or it's a prenup that the government gonna sign. It's up to you.
I disagree.
So at this point,
And then there's men with overpower, like Diddy, where they abused it and clearly. And again, I'm not saying those do not exist. There is assholes and everything. But me, who has a daughter and a son, I'm scared for my son.
You're not scared for your daughter?
No.
I'm still scared.
Because
I think
women
I'm-
now have most of the power.
yes.
Majority,
Go ahead.
like,
Go
a lot
ahead.
of women get murdered by partners.
That's it.
When?
Like domestic abuse?
The,
you're talking about?
domestic abuse is wild.
Yeah, no, I get
And
it.
murder.
So,
I know.
So domestic
And I'm not
abuse, and the
saying it's not
statistics, I can bring them
happening.
out, and the statistics are out, by the way. So out of how many, okay, so just
Yeah,
out of
go there.
curiosity. So domestic abuse,
Pussy,
how many?
pussy.
No, I like
starts-
statistics when they're actually
Yeah.
for
And
real.
This
not
is the United
numbers
States.
that are like, you know.
United States. I don't know about Canada because somebody brought it up a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
How many times has the man accused of the woman?
A woman, men get
Women-
abused a lot.
No, they get
course.
hit,
Yeah.
and then he hits back or protects himself, and then he falls into the trap
Protects
of.
himself from.
But there are also a lot of men who just don't report
So
abuse.
if a
for
girl
sure.
hits me, what am I
But
supposed to do? From your point of view, a woman's point of view.
I was always told to
Don't hit
walk
the
away.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Walk away.
Walk away to where? It's my
Wherever the
house.
hell
It's
you
my
want.
house.
It's your house.
It's my house.
It's our
What am I
house.
supposed to do?
Well, put your pride and ego aside and leave.
It has nothing to do with my pride. If
Take
she
care of
What
decides,
does it do?
Take care of that afterwards.
how so? If she decides to burn, destroy my shit, or
No,
whatever.
no. We start with
Take her to
hitting.
court.
Let's stay at hitting.
What?
Let's stick with just with hitting. Let's stick just
No,
with
but
hitting.
meaning no. She said when you leave.
So you're saying if
then
a
nothing
woman-
stops her than
Oh, you
destroying
meant
my
that
shit.
shit.
So if you're
That's what
saying-
I'm saying.
But then you can get them charged, no?
So how?
Of course
You can't get her charged for
can.
burning
How?
your shit?
Of course you
No,
can.
burning your shit. Yes, remember that
Okay,
time?
I was like, what?
No, but if she destroys your shit, I still have to prove it's her.
I mean,
Whoa, I don't think it's gonna be
It's
that
her
hard.
word versus my word.
you're in my house. Nobody else was there.
And then she could say he was attacking me, blah 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 blah.
And then
we-
I burnt
That
his
might
shit
not
because he was
fly.
attacking me.
Not
Are
my
you-
fly.
That's not gonna fly. If you're
Whoa.
having a fight.
So if a
and
girl
she
hits me,
burns
I'm
all your-
not burn, destroy, whatever, break,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So if a girl hits me, I have to
Believe all
walk away.
women.
Yeah, walk away.
And then when do I come back home?
You were never told
You
that?
call freaking
No?
cops on that psycho.
And then I do what?
Do whatever you want to do.
Press charges,
Press
baby.
charges. She raised her
I've
hand
known
at me.
a man in a fight. He wanted to leave the house. She put herself in front of the door,
Oh, I'm not going to say women don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
and he's like, "Move!"
Yeah.
Oh, ow, 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 ow!
Yeah, okay.
Jump out the window. I live on the
But what-
8th floor. Take
but-
a parachute.
But like, yeah, ultimately, of course, that'll happen. You have women who act like that,
Yeah,
but then
for
you have
sure,
women that don't.
100%.
You know what I
So
mean?
they're saying 72%.
I'm not giving numbers.
No, but I'm giving you the numbers.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
72%
Yes,
of
yes.
domestic calls
Yes.
in the United States,
In the U.S., okay.
in the US. Didn't it happen to somebody of your family?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just putting it out there again. I just remembered he spoke
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it on the
of
pod,
course.
right?
Yes.
Slept in his car, right? Remember
Yes,
that?
of
Okay,
course
okay.
I know.
Fair. Who was on that pod? You were there. no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
I listened to that one.
Yeah.
I like him. I told you.
Well, again, stick it close. But my point being is, it happens, and
Yeah.
then most of these situations, what happens is we lose complete power because it's really hard. Even Vincent Donfus, a hockey player, went to the cops. He's a hockey player who fought in hockey, said that he was being abused by his wife. Nobody took him seriously. They even laughed about it.
And that's sad. That's
It
very
is.
sad.
No, but it,
Shouldn't
It's
happen.
upsetting.
so this is what I mean. Men are scared, not because they're scared they can't sleep, is because
No, I meant more like from a sense of.
I
like,
think it's more the
hurt,
fear of
the
the
hurt, the fear, hurt.
powerlessness.
That's how I was looking.
No,
at
no,
it.
I was talking about
Yeah.
scared, meaning that they don't know how to act or
because
react.
you
Somebody
feel
hits me, I can't
powerless.
defend myself. I
Because you
have to
feel
walk.
powerless, so you know how women felt once upon a time.
She had to go there. And I saw that coming. She said it the first time.
So in
and I'm
other
like,
words, black people should enslave white
No,
people so they
do
can
not.
know how it felt.
No, that's
I
not
mean-
it.
Exactly what you just
No,
said.
no, no, no,
Exactly
no,
what you
no.
just said.
I'm not saying
That's
no.
not- that's fine.
Thank you. Kiki, are you saying no to that?
I mean,
Welcome to Sedalia's world.
I'm not gonna say shit.
I'd be like, Sedalia, come
An
on
eye
this boat.
for an
We're going-
eye.
Come with me.
But that's what I'm
an
saying.
eye for an eye.
Where does it end? Because of
But
the,
that's what I was
That's
saying.
the
Like,
point.
what's the solution? How did it stop? Where
No,
did it
but
end?
that's the thing,
'Cause-
the-
The
Like,
only
yeah.
solution is communication. Learning healthy communication. That's literally
I feel like that's easier
what-
said than done.
And it
But who's going to
is
communicate it? Who's going to be a communicator? Andrew Tate?
ego? Like
Who's
I
going to
say,
be Kim
ego,
Kardashian?
Especially when it comes to like relationships between men and women or any kind of relationship,
Yeah.
ego needs to be put aside.
Oh,
100%.
I agree about that.
Yes,
I agree.
100%.
And it's very hard. It's for both sides. It's very hard to put your ego aside because we're all here trying to protect ourselves, self-preservation, and it's hard to put that aside and just kind of say like what's going on. Real hard truth.
Do you think women in the Middle East, Qatar, Dubai, and all of them, do you think they're happy?
Maybe not Iran.
Absolutely.
I named two countries. He decided
Yeah,
to name me
but
the third.
we can't
worst.
we can't skip over stuff.
Afghanistan.
Yo, I
Why?
watched,
You name the ones
I
that they're
watched
happy.
Dubai
No, I'm
win.
asking you, do you think, no, because they're,
But you name
they
the places
couldn't
where
even
they're
drive.
happy.
No, wait.
Yeah.
They didn't
That's
have
true,
all
they
the
can't
freedom.
not yet. Some
No,
of
they
them
can't
are.
now.
2022.
No, they can
They
now.
can now.
They can now.
They can. It's
yeah.
been 10 years.
Arabie Saoudite.
L'Arabie Saoudite, ils pouvaient
Yeah.
pas conduire.
Maintenant.
Or maintenant,
Yeah,
ils
yeah,
peuvent.
no.
Now they can.
Now they can.
Yeah.
So
Good
my
for
question
them.
is, these women, right, that stay at home, taken care of, protected, blah blah blah. Do you think these women are happy in 2025?
I have
Yes.
no idea,
These
bro.
women are happy
I wish I lived. I don't live in that
Why
area.
do you think that is?
because they chose it.
They didn't choose it; they were born there.
And it's also part of religion sometimes too.
And
what
because
they call
most of their men are rich.
culture.
Yeah,
too.
and they're taken care of very, very, very well. Right? They have maids and they can do whatever they want.
But the maid,
I
the
watched
woman,
Dubai
the
Billing. I know
maid.
what it's about, baby.
No, those are full Dubaians.
But
And
the
the thing
maid,
is-
talking about the maid, not talking about the person, because even the wife of the rich man here, they also can be like, I've been taken care of. I don't have to do anything. But the maid that goes home to the regular guy, whatever, is she happy?
And in the
Yes.
Middle East.
Huh.
Medical system is included. That's the most secure place in the world, hands down.
What are we talking about?
The Dubai,
Middle East.
Okay.
Qatar, those three little Bahrain, all those
Yeah, those are
oil-
the beautifully crafted
exactly.
places. Yes.
Muslim, very by the book,
Very
where women are
Beautifully put
on
together.
the side of the man, and there's rules, and they have to be veiled and stuff like this. So there is the bad from a woman feminist point of view, but from the women, when you ask those women, they feel safe, they feel
Taken care of.
respected, and this is where I was going with the respect part
Okay.
before, where they don't have as many rights in the Western world.
Can they vote over there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But there's no voting. It's a king. So there is no
So
voting.
there's no need for votes.
Yeah, so it's a different
Anywhere.
kind of
Yeah.
It's the man in charge that takes care of everything. But when the man in charge is thinking about his people and everything is clean, the services is perfect,
There's
free.
no need for an uprising
Exactly. So that's the
unless
problem.
the Americans want it.
The problem is not men taking care, controlling women, or taking control of everything. It's having the right values and morals,
right person in place.
the right person in place for the greater good of their society.
Bring back church.
So there's no capitalism in that world. It's all about respect and how people perceive you and prudence and, like
Your last
timid-
name.
and your last name. In the Western world, it's all about what I have, the purses, the riches. Look at me, I'm independent and stuff like that. And now I'm not saying they're both, one is perfect and one is not. I know a lot of people going to Dubai now to go and live because it's safer, cleaner, better schools, better systems.
Right.
They can literally leave.
but not for everybody, right?
So everybody except
Yeah.
Western Asians. But that's
They don't
But what
like
about like I even heard like for black people like they're not really well liked over there.
there's a lot of black Qataris.
Well, no, I'm talking like
You saw
in
Dubai Bling.
Dubai, yeah.
Okay, the husband of the makeup thing.
I
the
haven't seen
sister
the new
of
season. I didn't see the new
Mona,
season. So
Mona.
Mona. Her
I didn't
husband
see
is
the new
black.
season. I didn't see
I
the new
wouldn't be
season.
accepted
But
there.
this was this.
Why
I
wouldn't
literally-
you be expected?
But
Didn't you
saying
say
I'm
skin
Asians,
color.
like because I look Indian.
Yeah, but they have more Filipinos and everything. But that's a different story.
No, but
Why-
the reason why I'm saying is
look
it's not.
at Sana. What's her name?
Yeah, he's Indian.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's respected. Indians,
He's rich.
Yeah, he's rich
Punjabis,
as fuck.
Pakistanis are very respected
He
in
was
Dubai.
like-
Okay,
He's Indian, though.
I thought you said
You would be like a queen.
He said,
there.
I think he meant
Asian, like Filipinos and
yeah.
Cambodia.
Asians, you don't-
No,
Not
the
Chinese.
reason why I'm saying is because, well, I mean, a common friend of ours literally told me that. Like, Hani basically said, like, in general, like, if, you're black or you don't speak like, well, I don't want to say, but if you're black, you don't have the same, you're not given like the same respect there.
Who told you that?
Hani.
Who told you that?
Hani.
I heard you the first
Oh,
two times.
He's onto something sometimes.
Has he been?
Huh?
Hey man, sometimes
No,
he's,
but maybe-
Place as a Canadian.
Again, trust
I'm
me.
just saying.
Just look at Dubai Bling. You don't even need.
And I won't be a representative. You just told me before don't look at Dubai Bling.
No, but they're not really Dubaians. That's what I meant. But
Yes.
they're respected there. They're her husband. She has the second big. Her sister is Huda, I think.
I know
Huda.
Huda.
Yeah,
Who does
Huda.
the TV personality one, right?
Yeah,
She's the
Huda
makeup
Beauty.
one.
Yeah,
Huda
yeah.
Beauty.
Huda Beauty. That's it. And her
Oh,
sister.
everybody here watches
Perfume.
Dubai
Her sister
Bling.
has the
Mona,
perfume.
I
Yeah.
don't know Dubai Bling. I just know Uda because I.
And Mona, do you know her sister?
No.
So
She's
Mona
the
has the
perfume
make the perfume. Her husband is black. He's
He's black.
from
That don't really mean shit, but okay.
So they're rich, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah, the
They're
money
rich,
talks.
rich.
Money talks. They don't care about.
Everywhere in the
They
world.
don't care what you look like.
Yeah.
They care about how you give to the
status.
community and your status. That's the only reason. That's why the Asians are badly seen there because mostly they call them for labor. So they never actually. But their bosses, they respect them. But them, they're just here because you can't live there. You can't be part if you're not working in the sense
Not
investing.
contributing.
Exactly.
Must be nice.
It's okay. But like I said, it's a different type of cup of tea. It's not for everybody. Like if you want your full freedom as a woman, it's not necessarily the place to be. But if you want to be protected, respected in their standards, and have all the high end of hospitals, schools, and
Little kinky
quality
play.
and stuff like that, it's the place to be. Again,
Wanna get flown out for a little,
and that's why I said respect is a very nuanced thing because it depends on what you consider as respect. Having your full freedom and doing whatever you want with your body and having an OnlyFans, for example.
It doesn't mean it's.
No, that's not
it's
respect.
That's what I mean.
I know
like, that's what I meant. And then the
no.
But
opposite.
she wants to be respected with
My body, my
with,
choice,
I
my
still believe
this,
you
my
have to
that.
be accountable of your behavior.
You do have to be accountable.
No, if you're gonna act a certain way, then expect a certain type of.
Yeah, but now
behavior.
they're glorified, these people, for now. When they're going to turn
Of
40 and
course.
45, when they don't have that, there's going to be that new girl in the block. Then all of a sudden it's going to be, how many porn stars right now
change her name.
change their
Literally.
name? They even
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
country.
Some of them
Rod-
are young
What's her
too.
name there? Lena
Some of them
Rod,
are.
whatever her name is.
Say it again.
Rod, the blue girl, the one that was dating with one of the guy from Impulse.
I know you're talking about.
Lena
Electra?
Rod. No, Lena Rod. Is that her name?
Lana Rhodes.
Lana
Lana
Rhodes.
Rhodes.
That's
Lana
her.
Rhodes. Okay.
Kiki!
Yo.
You know
Hey,
your
come
porn.
on.
She got that big
Give me
badunkadunk.
that. Hey, don't give me. I give you
sorry.
that.
But you see her, she went on a whole rampage on podcast saying that she
But not
regretted
just
it.
her. You remember the original? Well, not
Yeah, the
original.
Asian,
Mia Khalifa. I'm talking
Mia-
about.
yeah.
Like one of the
She
originals.
didn't last long though.
No,
Yeah,
she's
she got
excited.
destroyed by Lebanon. That's why.
All right, so what's next question so we can end this on a good note.
I felt like we were going in a good note.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a good
We're heading
way.
there.
We are who we are.
That's
We are opinionated. Like I said,
That's
we
all.
can disagree, but at the end of the day,
Yeah, we find our way home.
There's still understanding.
sure.
Yeah,
I still love you guys.
Oh.
And that's feelings.
I love that you have to point it out. It's good,
Because apparently I don't have enough
A
of this.
banger.
and that's feelings.
this
What's
was
happening?
good.
Are you having an aneurysm?
Who's most likely to stalk their ex
Oh no.
online?
Yeah, no. I would be dead last.
I can care less.
Yeah.
He's not on social media, so you're the last or the first?
No, I'll be the first.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
definitely
course.
first.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
So it'd have to be
Bitch.
you,
Or
her,
Kiki.
me,
I'm
and then
petty.
these two.
Yeah,
at the
me.
end.
I
Do you stalk a
honestly-
bit?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Really?
Not at all.
No, I'll
When I cut,
I
I
don't
cut.
stalk anyone.
I do.
No, I
on
get
social
sometimes
media.
curious.
I don't even see
I don't give a
what's
fuck.
anybody sending me, so I don't even stalk anyone.
But well, no. You just
I'm
started
friends
calling
with someone. I don't even
closing
look
your
at their pages.
TikTok
They
or
look
whatever.
at
But
mine.
before
They
that,
reacted to the podcast stories. I'm like,
I
cool.
don't stalk.
I stalk
anyone.
until I'm not hurt anymore.
Oh no, me. It has nothing to do with hurt. Me, it's just like a TV reality.
You want to see how you doing?
Yeah, just eating pop.
Sometimes it is interesting. You're like, you're there now, huh?
No, I think that when I'm done with someone, I block them. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I block them mentally.
No, I don't.
It's not healthy at all.
Really?
Oh, I move on.
Like I'll detach, but I still need to know.
No,
Yeah.
that's not detaching then.
But I'm curious.
They're always
Like-
You can't do that
The
face.
funny part, so real story, like fucked
If I
up
don't
story.
block them, they always come back.
One of my ex actually called him to tell him that I was a bad person and I shouldn't be
I
on the
forgot about
podcast.
that.
What?
I forgot about that.
Well,
That's
that's
true.
next level.
And you're like, even better.
No, I just screenshot it, send it to him.
yeah, Alassane.
That's it.
Hey.
These are the receipts.
So you didn't respond or whatever.
No.
I don't think
Why
I
would
responded.
she
No.
send it? I don't know.
And I don't. I've met her
That's the
once.
type of stuff
I met her
I-
once.
So fucked up.
How'd she get your number?
No,
No,
it's
No,
on
one
social
via
media.
social media.
All right.
Oh,
is that
okay,
is
okay.
that the banger question?
Yeah,
Okay, no,
yeah.
last one and we're finishing.
Okay. I
If
gotta go to
somebody-
bed.
Yeah, I was hoping not that one.
No.
Yeah, that was
Final
too
one, and this is
easy.
going to be fun and light. So, if we would make a movie of your life, who would be the actor today that you would like to have playing your main character?
He ruined it for me now. The one that I would have chosen. You know who I would have went with.
Oh, yeah. No.
Now I know who.
Michael B.
I was gonna say that one, you motherfucker. But then again, we're so limited, bro. We don't have many
Yeah.
choices. I like Michael B. Jordan.
No, I know, but you're not limited. There's plenty
Playing
of
my
actors.
life? Oh, it's between.
I'm not gonna say Leonardo DiCaprio. That's for sure.
But I'm taking. into
Why? It's a Disney
consideration
movie.
their
It could
look.
be-
That's to look like
I
us?
see, that's what
No.
I'm doing. I'm going for people who look. I feel like.
I think
No, you don't
no.
necessarily look like
No,
him.
I like Keira Knightley.
No.
Shit, she's still around.
Yeah, Keira
Pirates of the
Knightley
Caribbean.
will play me.
She does look somewhat like you.
Yeah, some traits,
Yeah.
But she's not you.
but she's not me.
That's sweet.
Arrête.
Could be like,
Kiki, are you okay? You look
struggling.
mad.
Kiki,
Nobody will.
Kiki was calculating, boy.
No, because I don't watch TV like that, so I don't even know who's.
Oh, you don't know
the whole-
actors
I
or
don't know
actresses or whatever?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Kiki Palmer? I don't know.
I like Kiki Palmer.
I
She's
like
funny.
Kiki Palmer. I find her funny,
She's
witty.
personality wise. I see why you say it.
Yeah, I like her very much, but I don't know actresses like that.
Yeah, all right.
No.
You, Jay?
It would be Michael.
I was
B.
gonna
Jordan,
say
too.
Michael B. Jordan, but then I'm gonna.
Maybe that's the only
Can I
name
choose
that
if
came in
the
mind.
person, even if the person's dead, or can I
Yeah,
still?
go ahead.
Then I would go with the Chadwick Boseman route.
Oh, okay.
I like this guy, man. He's intense.
And it's
He can carry my
who's-
personality.
who did you-
Michael B. Jordan, he said.
Actually, no. More
It
like.
is.
Yeah,
Come on, buddy.
Idris.
Easy.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Then it's easy.
No,
No,
it's
no,
not
Idris.
George Clooney. That was so obvious. That's just because
But that's
of
not
that.
who you would choose.
No.
Okay.
Who would you choose to play you?
Ramsey.
You idiot.
That's funny though. That's funny.
I wouldn't even take an Arab, Algerian, North African as an
Where'd
actor.
you go?
But you know which Ramsey I'm talking about?
yeah,
Okay. Eric Ramsey.
Man, of course.
Not my last
Like who
name.
has the essence that can play you?
I was.
Who has the essence? That's a good way of wording so.
I feel like Richard
The
Radford.
essence of sin?
Richard, why is that name familiar?
Richard Radford is Sean Connery.
No.
Is that Hunt for Red October? Richard
Sean
Radford?
Connery.
No, that's Robert Redford.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know who's Richard Radford.
Oh, no, it's Robert Redford. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Robert
Right.
Redford.
Robert
Really?
Redford that looks like Brad Pitt?
You think they
He
can?
doesn't look
they
like
can,
Brad Pitt.
Robert Redford would looks like Brad Pitt.
He does?
Yeah, of course.
You
they-
think so?
They put two pictures next. Yeah.
Robert Redford. But he must have been like the young Robert Redford.
Yeah.
No, but
I don't
they
remember
put
him
two
young.
Pictures together and they.
Me neither. He's one of those people that you always remember them old, like Sean Connery
No, you know
and
what's
fucking
that
Morgan
Ryan?
Freeman.
Not Ryan Reynolds, the other one.
Gosling?
Yes,
No.
For who?
he could play him.
Banging Eva Mendes. Yeah, I
And
can
oh,
live with that.
No, yes,
mean-
yes, he can play
She's
him.
blonde.
No,
It makes
she's
no sense.
old.
He can change, but
Yeah, but
we're
we're
talking
not
about
looking
his
at we're not
essence.
looking at
I'm talking about the essence.
No,
He can-
personality
Okay,
wise.
I see what you're
because
saying.
he's done that movie there that he was the stuntman.
Yeah.
Just the way
Ah,
he
the
Oz,
Dum Dum.
No,
I never saw that
but
one,
not
though. You saw it?
It was just his ability. He was
Oh,
like a chameleon.
shit.
What time
Let's
is it?
see.
What? Who?
That looked like his twin. Robert Redford and
Was
Brad
that
Pitt.
his young version?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
But look
I don't
at
remember him young. I just
Me
remember.
neither.
Who? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
me?
that's
Yeah,
Brad Pitt.
It's coming.
Oh, Brad Pitt.
It's not common.
No, but it's.
I would definitely be Brad Pitt's personality in Bullet Train or the Ocean's 11.
such an
For me,
amazing
it's
actor.
Samuel L. Jackson in Shaft.
I see it, but he has too much sex for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tired. Too
And
tired.
And he's a
doesn't-
drinker.
and
And
he-
he's a drinker and a
and he,
smoker.
and he doesn't take care of the kids.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I would like Denzel Washington, but prime Denzel Washington.
What would that be?
Prime Denzel Washington is John Q, Training
yeah.
Day, like you know what I
Time
mean?
to Kill. And
Time
all
to
that.
Kill. That's prime Denzel Washington.
My nigga.
Yes,
You don't say you say the N word.
I do it sometimes, but remember I was told you I try not to, but
Yeah,
sometimes it just happens.
Just, drop that bomb.
Like I use it a lot around Guy. I was like, this nigga. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
And here starts.
I
the
don't
blame
use
game.
it. I don't ever use it anywhere else. Like
I'm
I
happy
find
that
myself
I'm a
anymore.
good influence.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be taking a long break. Well, a break.
A little vacances.
Extended.
Yes, extended break. We should be coming back in September.
Should be. We don't
be.
know.
New season.
Unless we have a special guest that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, probably. But there's gonna be a lot of changes in the studio, so that's why
Oh,
we will see. À suivre.
à suivre.
Thank you for this magnificent season.
Thank you, Kiki,
Yes,
for
Joining the team.
Yeah,
Thank you,
it was
guys.
very exciting.
And can you tell the listeners
Exhilarating.
that you're not angry at us? You're just your
I'm not
personality.
angry. I just when I don't know what to say, I just shut up.
No, you seem very angry
Which is
often at him.
no. Well, I'm not gonna forget what you said.
Which one?
Were you pointing at me or
hurtful.
him?
Y'all.
What the fuck did I say?
Okay, so
I
you're
remember,
another day.
but I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
What did we
That's
say?
I knew the exact
I still
moment.
love you guys, but it's kind of
Oh, her
hurtful.
standards. Oh, yeah, I got it.
She has criteria. My girl
Yo,
has criteria.
we were mellow. We didn't
You
even
were
go
not mellow.
I didn't go full force.
And on that note,
Deuces.
And love.